Am I the meanest?
Punch drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Punch drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Punch drunk.
Well, who am I?
Punch drunk.
Who am I?
Punch drunk.
I can't hear you.
Punch drunk. AKA Mr. Moonshine himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka the Sazón, aka El Borracho. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, we almost near, y'all. We almost near one of the most anticipated fight of the year. Manny Pacquiao, 8th Division World Champion, 5 lineal, going for the 6th lineal. Y'all already know. Arguably the GOAT, the senator, the ambassador, the husband, the father, the humanitarian, probably soon to be president of the Philippines, the best karaoke singer of them all, versus Errol the Truth Spence, unified welterweight champion of the world, Olympian. Errol the Truth Spence from Dallas, Texas, undefeated. Regarded as one of the most dangerous men in the sport of boxing in the welterweight division. Errol the Truth Spence. Y'all already know, man, a man of steel. Came back from that accident strong. Said, you know what, I don't want no easy touch. Let me get Danny Swift Garcia from Philly. Let me get that dude, man. Nah, but you can get a voluntary. Nah, let me get that dude, man. I want to show, I want to swim with the Sharks. That's what he told Al. He did his thing. Came back from that scary car accident, and thank God that God's given him a second chance in life, a second chance to be there for his daughters and his son, a second chance for an outstanding career. You know, God is good, God is great, man. God is good, God is great. Gotta take advantage of the blessings that God has given you. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know Manny Pacquiao. People still figure out how the hell does he still do it? Looking like Superman. Body right. Age ain't nothing but a number. Age ain't nothing but a number. Manny Pacquiao, the pride of the Philippines. Arguably the face of boxing. And a lot of people out there, man, shout out to all the boxing content creators that's talking about this stuff, or just, you know, delivering the type of content. You already know, I know the sacrifices and things of that nature. All the content creators that break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Yo, my props go out to everybody out there, man. You know who you are, the real ones. The real ones that preserve the sport of boxing, that tries to lift the sport of boxing, that tries to preserve the fighters and give the fighters the benefit of the doubt because they put their life on the line for pure entertainment. Y'all already know how I feel about fighters. Modern day warriors, modern day gladiators that put their life on the line for pure entertainment, baby. Always gonna get the benefit of the doubt on this channel because it's a boxing channel. Let me say what's up to the people out there. What's good? Rolling with the punches. What's good? Daño, Palomón, dime. Openda, what's good? Neil, Double A, Angel, LV, Boxing Idiot, Angel, Mackie, Always Junior, Malta, D. Sean, what's good? HLD in the building, Southpaw Boxing, what's good? I know there's been people talking about it right now, but y'all already know, man, today's Happy Hour Thursday. Yo, with your boy Punch Drunk, let's go. Moonshine EJ beating Pac will be amazing for exposure, but would need to do even more to overtake Canelo as the face of boxing. Beating Pac and Bud back to back will be huge. Huge. I agree with you, man. But you know, in the sport of boxing, especially now, especially that we're living in the world of instant gratification, it's all about what have you done for me lately? Did it. Ooh, yeah. Then what have you done for me lately? Did it. Ooh, yeah. This what it is. We live in today's day and age is instant gratification. Instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? And I know they forcing Manny Pacquiao. I know they forcing. You look at the interview with Ray Flores. He's saying, you know, would this be your last fight and stuff like that? Manny Pacquiao's just looking at him like, yo, this ain't my last fight, dog. I'm gonna leave when I want to leave. Stop trying to throw that down my throat or try to make me come out and say something I don't want to say. And then he followed up the question like, so yeah, you know, how he said after he asked Manny Pacquiao that question, if there's gonna be a finale, right? And Manny Pacquiao said, you know, I don't know, I take it fight by fight, but I'm not thinking about that. You feel me? And then he followed up by saying, how do you feel by having your last training camp with Freddie Roach and things of that nature? And I'm like, yo, didn't you just hear what Ray Flores? Didn't you just hear what he just answered you? Why are you trying to make Manny Pacquiao answer like this is gonna be some finale? You know why? You know why? Because in reality, this is the way it goes. We all know that Manny Pacquiao is humble to the core. Also, we also know that Errol the True Spence is also humble with the core. You know what I'm saying? I understand, man. He did what he was doing. He did what everybody else has done, right? Go to the club. You know what I'm saying? Little drinky, drink. Hey, what's up, girl? Oh, that little drinky, drink. Get a little intoxicated. We all been there. Come on, man. Now, some of us make the right choices and taking an Uber. You know, another friend driving, and some of us just get in our car and we drive back home. You feel me? But thanks God that nobody really got hurt. You feel me? Except for himself. But thanks God nobody died, because it could have been very tragic. And then we could have seen Errol Spence, not in the ring, but you know what I'm saying, locked up and things of that nature, man. Lucky. Shit. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Smash the like button. Smash the like button inmediatamente. Y'all already know the drill. Come on. Smash the like button. Kiss the like button. Tongue kiss the like button. Alright? Fornicate with the like button. Commit adultery with the like button. Let's go. Foreplay with the like button. Make the like button come. Impregnate the like button. Give the like button twins. Then after that, pay your child support to the like button. Let's go. Drew in the building. What's good, my brother? Drew. Good looking now. Spence don't have a blue chip endorsement. Can't sell out in the 24 hours or 60K tickets like AJ or Nello. Finally, Spence is not a A-list celebrity events like Nello. Other stars don't know Spence. But this is why I sing. Let's see what we can find out of this. If Errol Spence beats Manny Pacquiao, but not only beats Manny Pacquiao, but I'm talking about beats Manny Pacquiao in a spectacular fashion, beats Manny Pacquiao in a horrifying way, beats Manny Pacquiao where everybody say, yo, Manny Pacquiao, please just retire. You can't take no more of this punches. If Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao the way that Marquez beat him, well then, because this is what I'm talking about, we understand the pulse of this society. We understand that everything is instant gratification. You feel me? Everything is instant gratification. You and me, you might not be talking about nobody, and then you'll be like, boom, what an event. Wow, he's the best. We live in that type of world. Let me give you an example. Anybody here follow hip-hop, right? What we saw this past Tuesday, we saw Dipset versus the Lox, right? Ain't nobody talking about New York. Ain't nobody talking about New York hip-hop. Let's be honest. And then we see the Lox, and we see Jada, and we see Shook, and we see Styles P. You already know, man. Cleaned up house. You feel me? And my man, I'm from damn Harlem. We took an L, a big L. We took an L. The Lox, whiz, zooked Harlem. Zooked Harlem. And now what everybody's talking about right now. Oh, New York hip-hop is back. Yo, Jadakiss is actually the best. Jadakiss is actually the greatest. Why? Because instant gratification. When you perform in this day and age, you got that instant gratification. Oh yeah, you the man. You feel me? Drew. Sasson, Manny star to the casual diminish here after his LGBTQ comments. If Spence wins, he'll be a little more known, but not an A-list celebrity. Okay. I just want to know. Good looking out, my brother. Good looking out for the contributions, my brother. Always supporting. Hold on. Good looking now, champ. I think, I know I'm still mad about that with Manny Pacquiao because we live in a society where there's free religion. And we know what Manny Pacquiao was saying back then. We know what Manny Pacquiao meant, what he was trying to say. Like, my man, I don't believe in same-sex marriage. How animals act, know what they got. They know how to procreate better than humans and stuff like that. You know that you can't do it with two males and two women and stuff like that. And he got the backlash. Nike said F Manny Pacquiao. And you know what? That's a blessing in disguise because you don't put nobody in front of God or your belief. And that's what Manny Pacquiao actually saw the fakes. Bob Arum came out and he didn't have his back. Claim he a Jew too. Fake one. Woo! Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Smash the like button. Yo no estoy aquí. Hey, yo no estoy aquí para eso. Vamos a ver, le da el like button right now, ¿ok? Coñazo. A mí me respeten a mí el trabajo que yo estoy haciendo ahora mismito. Que yo puedo cingar a la mujer ahora mismito. Vamos a ver, smash the like button. Coñazo, coño. Let's go. Drew, after that verses, I went back to listen to just John Blaze and Pun was the coolest ball for ball and big, right? You understand what I'm trying to say? Right now, you may be like, what Punch is talking about? If he beats Manny Pacquiao, he gonna be the face of boxing? Nah. Come on, we know it's Canelo. This Canelo, pound for pound, cash cow. Canelo, 4th division world champion. You feel me? But I know also the pulse of this society. If you do something right now, you'll be like, yo, that shit, it's still stuck in my head right now, bro. I say, you know what? Let me go back. I'm in the Spotify now. I'm listening to the locks. To be honest, I haven't even dwelled and listened to the locks or Dipset. But what they did was monumental. What they did was solidify what New York City is all about. Right? Everybody right now got Jada Kiss right now. Yo, Jada! But before that, if you would ask the question, people would be like, Jay-Z, or Nas, Eminem, you know. They would never say Jada, even though that he says himself self-proclaimed one of the top 5 dead or alive, right? But ain't nobody really was talking about it like that with Jada, right? Before. But instant gratification, boom. Now, when you're talking about the greatest of all time, everybody right now is going, not everybody, but 80% of the people be like, yo, but what about Jada? What about Jada? Because instant gratification. If Errol the True Spence beat Manny Pacquiao, I do believe, I'm not saying I'm right. This is why I got this channel, so we could chop it up like family, son. That's what I'm saying, B. So we could chop it up like family, right? So we could get into the concrete of understanding this ish. Drew, what's good? By the logic, Inoue and Murata are the face of boxing to Japanese and Greater Asia. 30 plus million watching them each fight. You know what? I said earlier, and shout out to TBV, the boxing voice. Ness, one of the best in the game. I was over there earlier today. Go check it out. Matt in the building. What's good? Spence will never be the face of boxing so long as he is with the PBC. They have made 0 stars. Signed with Hearns and maybe. But I don't think, I can't, man, good looking now, but you know what? You can't compare right now Errol Spence to the other guys, because Errol Spence has 4 Kell Brook, Errol Spence has 4 Lamont Peterson, Errol Spence has 4 Danny Sue Garcia, Errol Spence has 4 Sean Porter, and Errol Spence is about to fight Manny Pacquiao. Porter, Danny Sue Garcia, and Pacquiao back to back. So I don't think, whatever people feel about the PBC, all I'm saying is Errol Spence is doing his thing. Alright, Errol Spence doing his thing. Jamel Charlo is out there unifying 154 that went for the undisputed, but you don't really say no undisputed is claimed. Who else in the PBC doing their thing? Back to back. Sean Porter got one of the most prestige resume in boxing. Sean Porter got one of the most prestige resume in boxing. Right? So, Errol Spence doing his thing. Errol Spence is doing his thing. His resume is up to par. And look at that. And look at that. Sean Porter about to face Bud Crawford. So I don't know. We got a little chill with the PBC stuff because there's some guys that's actually going out there challenging themselves. How many fighters we could say that? How many fighters we could count them with our hands? You feel me? But smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Smash the like button. The boxing community. The boxing community. Hope everybody doing out there good. Feel the energy. Feel the passion. Sup. What's good? Hey, yo, man. Shout out to city. Shout out to state. Shout out to borough. Shout out to country. Right now, New York City in the building. Wash Heights. Harlem in the building. BXBK. QB. Stat Al. Long Al. Let's go. State your city. State your county. State your state. Let's go. D-Style Boxing in the building. Everybody subscribe to D-Style Boxing inmediatamente. Let's go. Come on. Where's the support? We ain't doing this, man. We got the wifey right now. She like, you going to do live? Oh, you want something? I said, the people need me. She ass asleep. People need me out here. Vete a acostar. Ite. Que ya te lo dije. Quiero un hijo, otro hijo. Let's go. State your city. Georgia. Is it Georgia? Let me see where people at. Cali. Richmond, California. Jeff in the building. And for the people out there that's like, yo, yo, Punch. What happened to wrenches? What happened? Don't take it personal. Nobody got wrenches. Except for my son. But ain't nobody got wrenches, y'all. Don't worry about it. This is an open panel. This is for everybody in the community. You feel me? No wrenches. Don't take it to the heart. It's nothing personal. Nobody got a wrench. This is free. This is my house. My house is open. Everybody got the keys. You feel me? Everybody got the keys. This is my first intention. Is for everybody, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry. If I see something a little crazy, I take care of it. But everybody got a voice. I ain't like them other channels and stuff like that, trying to protect and stuff like that. Nah. I believe that everybody come to the crib, to the boxing crib, is your crib. I ain't doing this for me. I'm doing this for us. We all family. And we bicker, we agree, we disagree. We might not like each other for a period of time, but we all family. Everybody is invited for the barbecue. You feel me? Either you eat or you get smoked. Alright? Either you eat or you get smoked. So you just gotta be open for everything. You feel me? It's open for everybody. Subscribe to D-Style Boxing. New energy. I'm putting it out there. It's just new energy. You feel me? It's an open house. Punch Run Boxing is an open house. Everybody got the keys to this house. It's a boxing community. It's a boxing house. All right? Hey, yo, this is the boxing shelter. Put it that way. The boxing shelter. Anybody got a problem, you deal with them in the chat. So, a lot of people be like, nah. Boxing conversation with Reggie Owens. What's good, my peoples? What's good? Again. Everybody, this is a no wrench free zone. That's it. Took it out because this is it's free. It's free for everybody, man. This is my house. Everybody got a bunk bed, all right? It's a shelter. Feel me? So, I'm saying, it also depends. It also depends. If Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao, he just can't only beat Manny Pacquiao. He's gonna have to beat him convincingly, because he got to beat him convincingly if you want to be the face of boxing. Or if you want to be, a lot of people going to be like, hell no, it's going to be Canelo. All I'm saying is, you know and I know, like I've been saying for 5 minutes already, you know and I know that it's all about instant gratification. Just like Jada Kiss on Tuesday, everybody talking about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Anybody ask you right now, yo, who the man, who the best MC? They'd be like, Jada. You know why? Because it's relevant right now. Everybody seeing it. It's going viral. It's relevant right now. You feel me? Yo, I was seeing people having discussions about Jada, and I'm not saying Jada. Jada's one of the best ever. Shout out New York City. My city was doing what? It was lit. My city was lit. We back on the motherfucking map, and that's what I love. We saw what real hip-hop is. We saw real hip-hop the essence. We saw real performances. We ain't seen some fuckery, some fake shit, and shit like that. We ain't see that shit. Even though Cameron, my brother, you, I don't know, man. You sleeping on the wheel. But anyway, you was sleeping on the wheel. But what I'm saying is, it's all about relevancy. It's all about performance. It's all about performance, all about relevancy, all about the energy. And if Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao inconvincingly, maybe in devastating fashion, I'm not saying that's not my prediction. That's not my prediction. This is something else. We're talking about the face of boxing. All I'm saying, if Earl the Truth Spence beat Manny Pacquiao in convincing fashion, is he the face of boxing? Or is it still Canelo Alvarez? A lot of people from across the pond are going to be like, what about AJ? I understand. I still think if it's between AJ and Canelo Alvarez, I got Canelo as the face. If you talk about worldwide, who's the face of boxing? I say Manny Pacquiao. We talking about the world of boxing. We talking about different age group. We talking about, if you say Manny Pacquiao in Asia, Manny Pacquiao in Africa, Manny Pacquiao in Antarctica, Manny Pacquiao in North Pole, Manny Pacquiao in South America, Manny Pacquiao in North America. Manny Pacquiao right now, to me, is the face of boxing. We all know Manny Pacquiao. The greats know Manny Pacquiao. We all know Manny Pacquiao. And to be honest, I think the promotion where Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao was cutting themselves short. I'm going to tell you like this. If Manny Pacquiao says, yo, this is my last fight, y'all, everybody going by it. I'm telling y'all. And I think this is why they pressuring Manny Pacquiao to say that this is my finale. You hear it. You hearing that in the press, in the training conference or whatever, you know, the media day. They kept on asking, is this the finale? Is this your last fight? The finale. You know why they trying to push that? Because of course Manny Pacquiao is not, he's not a promoting type. He doesn't promote with his mouth. Errol Spence doesn't promote with his mouth. So to be honest, the way it's looking out right now, it doesn't seem like it's even going to do better numbers than Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman went out there and he was actually promoting. He was talking ish. These guys ain't really promoting. These guys ain't really talking a lot of crap. Even in the social media platform, Errol Spence is not putting a lot of stuff out. Manny Pacquiao was putting his little training things out, but it's not really, you know what I'm saying? It's going to sell good. But I don't even know if it's going to sell more than Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman was actually talking his ish and he was actually making more interesting and things of that nature. Jill, what up? What's good? What's good? Lopez, what's good? What's good? Eric, what's good? Smash the like button. Let's go. Smash the like button like you was smashing that significant other. Let's go. Get your freak on with the like button. Get your freak on with the like button. Let's go. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of disagreement. People said that earlier, you know, someone said that even if Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao in a convincing fashion, he still won't be the face. But I'm gonna tell you like this though, and I'm one of those guys that said, you know what, I don't want to see no Errol Spence versus Canelo Alvarez, but if Canelo Alvarez does beat Manny Pacquiao in convincing fashion, if anybody will bring that cachet, will bring them numbers, and match him up with Canelo, I think ain't nobody better. If you look at the 160, 168, I think Errol Spence will bring in Texas. I think Errol Spence and Canelo Alvarez would do it. Didn't think that. I didn't even want to think like that. I'm like, come on, man, Canelo Alvarez wash. I used to think, I say, yo, Canelo Alvarez gonna wash Spence. But we also like when people was dare to be great. We've seen it in the past. We've seen guys move up and actually do their thing. We already know that Errol Spence is a big welterweight. I don't even know how Errol Spence still make the welterweight. I still don't know. I don't even know how he still make the welterweight division. Feel me? But a lot of people today been talking about the cash cow, the faces of boxing, and everybody's coming out with the analogy. They're going by pay-per-view numbers. And this is what I was saying earlier in the TPV, where people disagreeing or agreeing with me. And this is what I'm saying is that this is what I understand about the sport of boxing. I've been saying it for quite some time. We don't know the actual numbers. They report estimates. They report how much this fighter is making. They report how many pay-per-view buys. There's a lot of people out there that don't know. You know what I'm saying? What's a success number? You know, nowadays 200K. Gervonta Tank Davis does 200K, and everybody saying that he's the face of boxing and things of that nature, like Leonard Ellaby, aka Mr. Pinocchio of the day. Shout out to Leonard Ellaby, man. I ain't trying to burn no bridges. I ain't trying to close no doors. But I'm going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? If 200K is the success number, and yeah, we also was talking about the budget. We also was talking about what's the purse. We understand that. But me, I'm just saying that I don't believe everything that's reported. I'm just not going to Google and be like, you know what? This fight did 100, 350, 300,000, stuff like that. There's the estimate, right? We could only go by what's reported. I understand. And that's the same thing. And I agree. Especially when we're going to be talking about the sport of boxing. But then it kind of fogs it up, and it's kind of hard to have a debate like that, because we also know that people get money under the table. People get paid more than what is actually reported, what's actually on Google. You feel me? So we know boxers that actually get more money or get less money than what's reported. You go to different type of websites, you see Errol Spence and Sean Porter made $350,000. We see another website says 300. We see another website says 270. Almost 300. We see Bob Arum said that went 170 G's. We see just different shit. So you tell me, what's the real number? It ain't no 350. It ain't no 300 0 0 0 0. It ain't an actual number. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. Look, people talking about, oh, yo, look at AJ. The tickets is sold out. It's sold out. And then everybody's and then other people is trying to create this narrative about, well, Eddie Hearn bought all the tickets. He bought all the time. Let me tell you like this. Every promoter buy a loan sum of tickets. All right? Every promoter or every arena owner buys like 5,000 already. Let me tell you like this. In basketball games, in boxing events, don't you think that when Tyson Fury fought Otto Warren, I believe Otto Warren in Las Vegas only did like 5,000, it was giving tickets away. Let's be real, let's be honest, all right? Let's not play with the numbers, because they playing with the numbers, all right? They're not giving no real accurate numbers. And even if any boxers is looking at us right now, talking about their paper, talking about their pockets, they're going to be laughing at us. The only way that we actually know how much these fighters are making is if we see their taxes. And this is why that time, remember what Adrian Broner and Errol Spence, and they was about to talk about their money, and Adrian Broner be like, yo, don't tell them, they don't know nothing, because that's what it is. We think we know, but really, is it accurate? That's the question. It could be, it could not be. But this is the sport of boxing. I'm going to tell you something about the sport of boxing. The business of boxing don't want you to know their business. The business of boxing don't want you to know their business. You feel me? And they don't want the other people to know their business as well, because when they go to the negotiation table, they're the ones that know the real numbers. They the one that knows the real numbers. The boxing personnel could tell us anything. We don't know. They could tell us anything. How much this fighter? How many pay-per-view buys? 350K. How we know that? How you gonna find that out? You gotta take their word. You feel me? One promoter gonna be like, one promoter's gonna shout them out, expose them, be like, that ain't doing no 200-300K. You feel me? George, what's good? Spence will be at least top 3 face of boxing with Canelo, Spence, and AJ. Well, that's even big right there, George. You know why? Because then we could say that Errol Spence is the face of America. That's big too. Feel me? If he does, is Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao, and then we're talking about 3, and we're talking about the three-headed monster gonna be Canelo Alvarez, Errol Spence, and AJ, then Spence is the biggest thing in America. That's good as well. Right? That's good as well. Errol Spence is way bigger than Canelo Alvarez, and look where he's still killing himself at 147 is a joke. Let me read a little couple. Dímelo. I'm not sleeping on Spence. If Spence use his height and keep Manny at bay, he will win. Man, to keep Manny at bay, that's one of the hardest things. I'm gonna tell you like this: to keep Manny at bay is one of the hardest things. Because even Floyd couldn't keep Manny at bay. All he had to do was just clinch every time he comes to the inside. And remember even the referee gave Floyd Mayweather a warning for holding. We ain't never seen that. We ain't never seen Floyd Mayweather get even a warning for anything. Maybe the elbows in his career, whatever, in certain fights, but we really never seen Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather got a warning for holding. That means not even a guy that's very athletic could keep Manny Pacquiao at bay. And I don't think that Errol Spence got better footwork than Floyd, and I don't think that Errol Spence got better footwork than Keith Thurman. We all know that. If you know boxing, Errol Spence don't got better footwork than Floyd, and Errol Spence don't got better footwork than Keith. Because he uses jab, because he uses range. Yes, I believe that he uses jab. I even think he did it. And people gonna be like, yeah, but he did the same thing to Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia don't got not even half of the athleticism of Manny Pacquiao. Not even half. Remember, Mikey Garcia don't even run. He said he only swims. He got that jab, but it's a nice, stiff, pause jab. And he stays in line a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. A little push through the elbow, then try to go to the body. I think that Errol Spence is more predictable than the likes of a Keith. And you heard what Rose said, that it's easier to actually to study. He said that Keith Thurman is more difficult to study than Errol Spence. And I always said it since day one. Errol Spence is got great fundamentals, an Olympian. Y'all already know. Got a great jab, probably one of the best jabs, one of the top 5 jabs in the game. He knows how to go to the body with that jab. He knows how to mix it up. But in my opinion, he stays in line. He likes to bang. Pause. He likes to bang with the motherfucker in front of him. He likes to bang. His offense dictates his defense. I think he got superb defense. I don't think he got great defense, but he got superb defense. I like that Errol Spence throw the most punches in the welterweight division. That used to be Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence, his grit and determination, his punch resisting is up to par. Look at versus Kell Brook. In the later rounds, he stopped Kell Brook. Punch resistance. Look in the later rounds with Sean Porter, where they both was wasting energy. And look at the punch resistance. He dropped. I mean, he's not fully dropped him, but Sean Porter's glove touched the canvas. His punch resistance. I don't know what's in that Texas water. But it's something about them Texans, them dudes, man. Them dudes is naturally built and strong. Maybe it's the meat. Pause. Maybe it's them cow meat. But it's something about, shout out to them Texas boys, man. Actually, think Spence will retire Pac for good. Oh, man. And I'm not even giving this scenario. I'm just giving this imagine if Manny Pacquiao beats Earl the True Spence, and I won't even be surprised. I won't be surprised. Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I can't bet against Manny Pacquiao. Now, for me, it's a 50-50 fight. You feel me? But I just can't bet against Manny Pacquiao. I can't bet against Manny Pacquiao. And I'm going to give my prediction leading up to the fight. Fight week, I'm giving my official prediction. My official prediction, and we're gonna break it. We're gonna break it down to a T. Alright? I ain't gonna just be going talking about it. We're gonna have some demonstrations. Virgil Ortiz from Texas. Boom. One of the best left hooks in the game. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is gonna be fighting the Mean Machine. Elite footwork. Wait, Clarissa, Canelo is from Mexico. He lives in America. He fights in America. Spence is the favorite. Yeah, but is Spence the favorite? Let's be real. Is Spence the favorite because people are watching Manny Pacquiao's age? See, to be honest, I've been saying this for a long time, even when he fought Keith. I don't want nobody to bring the age factor. Don't bring the age factor. If you're gonna break this fight down, thinking about the age or the favorite or the odds or whatever, the betting odds is implemented because of age, then we doing a disservice, disservice to your analysis. Because we cannot contradict ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Manny Pacquiao is a damn freak of nature. So I don't want to hear no 42-year-old versus Errol Spence. I want to hear Manny Pacquiao versus Errol the True Spence. I don't want nobody to be like, yo, but he's 42 or maybe Father Time. I don't want to talk about it. Hey, you're not going to get me to talk about that. You're not going to get me to talk about that. You're not going to get me because I do not contradict myself. If you're a freak of nature, then I don't see you like a normal 42-year-old. Manny Pacquiao looks quicker than almost all these boxers out here at the age of 42. So let's be real, let's be honest. If he's special, legendary fighter, once in a lifetime type of skill talent, a freak of nature, then you can't analyze this fight and mention Manny Pacquiao's age. Because you're just doing a disservice analysis. Father Time is undefeated. Shit, I think Manny Pacquiao beat Father Time. he's in a win-win situation. This is no loss for Manny Pacquiao. That's why I say he beat Father Time in my opinion, because now he put himself in position where now it's like even if he loses, he's gonna be celebrated because of Manny Pacquiao. Just by Manny Pacquiao taking this fight is almost like a celebration. Feel me? Hashtag next level boxing talk. What's good, my brother? He said Spence would have to beat Canelo in order to become the face of boxeo. Hey, if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. I think Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing. I'm just saying, you know how this world works, right? You feel me? Next level, you know how this world works, especially now. Everything is all instant gratification. If that night, watch. Yo, play this back. Yo, if you need a screen record it, right? If Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao in a devastating fashion or highly convincing fashion, people gonna be like he's the face of boxing. Watch, because it's just the instant. We're living in an instant gratification type of lifestyle right now. It's the now. It's oh shit. Oh, right now he's the man. Right? We ain't thinking about nobody. Oh, he's a man. Look, even with Javante Tank Davis, what people are saying. Oh, yo, he's a star. Whoa, yo, he's not. Who he's fighting? He's fighting Leo Santa Cruz. He's fighting Mario Barria. They did not come out and they're like, oh, yo. It's instant gratification. We living in that world today. We don't live in the world where let's analyze. We just say things and analyze second. You feel me? Now we don't analyze things like that no more. You know? And think about it. Even Eddie Reynoso have said it, that the only person that will actually move down in weight is for Errol Spence. This is before a Manny Pacquiao fight. This is before Manny Pacquiao fight Errol Spence. Eddie Reynoso, the trainer of Canelo Alvarez, have stated in the interview, before him facing Manny Pacquiao, he said that Errol Spence is the only fighter they will move down to fight. So you're telling me that Errol Spence is the only guy that Canelo Alvarez will sacrifice to go down and fight? That's what they said. That's what they said. This is without a Manny Pacquiao fight. Lennox was good. The Lord, you know what I'm saying? You might be right. No one did it to Manny, so maybe you're right. And this is why I say convincing fashion, because you know when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, you gotta beat him convincingly because Manny Pacquiao got a loyal fan base. And even I'm talking about the type of loyal fan base that if even you knock out Manny Pacquiao, they're gonna say it's a lucky punch, like when Marquez did it. It's a lucky punch. You know what I'm saying? And look, we do have those type of fans of certain fighters in different eras have those type of fans that be like, no, 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 we can't believe that. I never thought that Mike Tyson really lost. I came with every excuse in the book. I'm gonna say it like that. When when Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, I say he was having an orgy in Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? Nah. It's because the model was alive. He was never gonna lose. You know, when he lost to Holyfield, I blame it on the headbutt. Yo, the headbutts, yo, he's a cheater. The headbutts, son. The headbutts. Y'all blame everything on everybody. Trust me, I was there as a fan before, so trust me, I understand the delusional Wilder fans. I understand the Flomos. I understand the Pac Talks. I understand because me, as a Mike Tyson fan, I was the same thing. When Lennox Lewis beat Mike Tyson, I said, yo, Mike Tyson was drugged. When he lost when he lost to Holyfield, even the first fight, I said the headbutts. When he lost to Buster Douglas, I said the orgy. I was so much of a Mike Tyson fan that I don't think that he raped Desiree Washington. I said, yo, why that bitch had to go over there to the hotel at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning? You know what you getting yourself into. You know, bitch, what you getting yourself into. You know I'm not the only one. I said this before. I'm not the only one. So I could understand the delusional type of fan because I was one when I was a Mike Tyson fan. I ain't think he got raped. Feel me? Can you imagine that shit now? Especially with the Me Too movement? If you come out and not tweet like, nah, Desiree Washington, what you doing in this bedroom at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning? What you watching? General Hospital? Grey Anatomy? What you thought you gonna do? Gonna watch the jewelry infomercial? What you gonna watch? What you gonna do at 4 o'clock in the morning, woman? What you think? You and Mike Tyson gonna be watching infomercial, the jewelry infomercial and stuff like that. 39 9 to 5. And if you buy this, you get a package of, you know what I'm saying, a different type of ring and necklaces. And then you see the thing going around and stuff like that. Man, you thought you gonna watch some infomercials with Mike Tyson? You know what you're gonna say into, getting yourself into. You know you're gonna get pardoned. So trust me, I understand. So I'm saying that if Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao in a devastating fashion, people gonna be talking about that. And I'm gonna tell you like this. Also, the thing about Errol Spence. One thing that is good about Errol Spence is that he's not a hated fighter, bro. Errol Spence has a humble demeanor, which being humble and having that humble demeanor actually relates to a lot of people around the world. You know what I'm saying? His humbleness, it speaks a language to everybody. So you see Errol Spence talk and you ask him a question. For me, Errol Spence like that guy from Sesame Street. Hey, bird. Errol Spence look like he's high up. He's like, hey, bird. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao is a great fighter. And, I'm just going to go out there and train hard. And, I'm just happy to have this opportunity to fight a legend. And it's hard. It's even hard for Manny Pacquiao fans to actually hate Errol Spence. And this is why he's the type of fighter that if he beats Manny Pacquiao, people are he's gonna have a Manny Pacquiao fan base. It does happen. It happened to Manny Pacquiao. Well, just let's be honest. When Manny Pacquiao was fighting them wars with the Barrera and the Morales and the Marquez, what really helped Manny Pacquiao's fan base was him beating that Mexican fighter and going to war with the Mexican fighters, and the Mexicans adopted Manny Pacquiao. Let's keep it real. The Filipino people, the beautiful Filipino people, shout out to all my Filipinos out there. But let's not neglect the fact that the Filipino is not known for the boxing country, a boxing town. Manny Pacquiao got adopted by the Mexican fan base as well. If he didn't have fights with the Barreras, the Morales, and the Marquez, that's what really started his real fan base. You know, yeah, the Filipino people, yeah, you know what I'm saying, especially in California, they support him. But the Mexicans adopted a Manny Pacquiao. You know? And look, even Keith lost to Manny Pacquiao. He said he gained a lot of fans just because of the way that he lost, and he lost respectfully. He ain't lose by saying that somebody tampered his water. It was glove game, stuff like that. He lost. He lost. You feel me? Errol Spence, if he puts a number on Manny Pacquiao and beats him in devastating fashion and things of that nature, they're just gonna look at this guy like it's humble. They're gonna look like that's the, he relates to Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao is humble. We like Errol Spence. Errol Spence is humble. He's not an Adrian Broner. He is not a Floyd Mayweather. He's not boisterous and things of that nature. And I think that demeanor actually relates to a lot of people out there. And then one thing about the sport of boxing that we do lack now is writers, is people giving the story of the fighter. See, Errol Spence has a story, right? And they love to bring the accident. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. Bring the accident and subtract why he actually did have the accident. You know what I'm saying? And they doing a good job. Yo, Errol Spence PR, whoever's working this PR, is doing a hell of a job. Is doing a hell of a job. Because we also know he had some type of gun charge or something like that. Or they dropped the gun charge because when he's lucky, man. God bless Errol Spence, because remember, if you look at I think when he got charged or what he was getting charged with, remember he had a gun on him. But since the car flipped and everything, the gun was outside of the vehicle, so they couldn't charge him because he was in possession of a gun. He lucky, man. But I know he had to pay a lot of lawyer fees. I know that. Crawford versus Porter not happening. It's happening. I think it's happening, y'all. I think Crawford versus Porter is happening, but I think they tried to negotiate for quite some time, and maybe you'll go to purse bid. Remember, it's a WBO order it. Maybe they take it to purse bid, and I don't think that Bud Crawford is just going to let go of the WBO not to go to purse bid. But who's more entertaining fighter at 147? Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao. I think everybody, yo. I think everybody got their entertainment value. I think that Bud Crawford is entertaining, even though a lot of people want to question his opponents. But he's entertaining. I think that Keith fights an entertaining fight. I think Sean Porter is highly entertaining, and I think that Errol Spence high volume punching is entertaining. I think that this is why the welterweight division is actually one of the most prestigious divisions in the sport of boxing. These guys have their style that is actually entertaining. I mean, I would have liked Errol Spence to entertain better versus the Mikey Garcia fight. You know, I think he should have stopped him. And I don't believe that he didn't want to stop him because he threw how many punches he threw that fight. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to hit. He was hitting with everything in the kitchen sink, and Mikey Garcia probably wasn't getting hit flush with them shots. You know, some of them were slippery as well. Some of them was going through the shoulders and whatever. He was slipping a lot of punches as well that wasn't landing as flush as it should. So I think that's the only performance. See, for me, that performance to me. If you thought that Errol Spence was special, I'm talking about the special. I'm talking about this phenomenon. I'm not talking about the boogeyman. I think that fight with Mikey Garcia stripped him from the boogeyman status. It stripped him from I am scared of you, Errol Spence, because he fought a guy that's 135, is not a freak of nature like Mikey Garcia, and he won the distance with him. You know? I hope Crawford versus Porter happens, but it's not happening. You'll see. I think it's going to happen, Abe. I think it's going to happen. I'm a Pac fan, and if there's a welterweight that Pac loses to, I want it to be Spence. That's solid. You know what I'm saying? I was the other way around. I did want a Keith to do it, but you know, cause I did wanted to see a Keith and Spence. It looked like that's never gonna happen, but I understand, because you know what? Because it's hard to hate Spence. This is what it is. His demeanor doesn't allow you to hate him. Like, if you hate Spence, what you gonna hate him about? Think about it. If you hate Spence, what would you hate him about? He's an Olympian. His resume is up to par. You know? Was you gonna hate him because what he did in his private life? Then I think, come on, man. Save that for his shorty. You know what I'm saying? Why you gonna go out there to the strip club and stuff like that? What you doing? Touching them dirty ass scoochies and stuff like that? You got a disease, motherfucker. If you gonna hate Errol Spence because what he did in his private life, just having a good time and got intoxicated, got in his car and thing, there's a lot, man. It's not like he said, yo, let me drink this and I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna flip this shit, watch, and I'm gonna survive this shit, watch. You know what I'm saying? Dead, truth or dead. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying, you know. So I think when it comes to Errol Spence, and he's family oriented, you know, coming from a great family, a mother and father in the household, and you know, great father. You know, fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. Shout out to all the fathers that's taking care of your kids. You know, being faithful to your significant other, showing your kids what a real man is. You know, showing your kids what a real woman is. Be the king, be the king to the queen, be the queen to the king, you know? Errol, lucky that gun flew out the car. Yes, he did. It's lucky. That's what I was saying earlier, Triple X. It's lucky. Could have had a gun charge too. Lucky that flew out the car, man. Lucky. If that was New York City. Oh, shit. If that's New York City, because New York, man, we got one of the strictest laws with the gun laws, man. Spence grew up playing soccer. Soccer is a middle-class sport in the United States. Keith doesn't have what it takes to beat a Pacquiao. One would need to stand in the fire to beat Manny, and Keith ain't about that life. Ooh. To be honest, I thought he was about that life. Damn. I think Manny... That's my guy, Keith, man. I'm not going to hide it from nobody. That's my guy, Keith, man. But Errol Spence... He's not gonna run away from a challenge. And when he gets hit, he's not gonna retreat. He's gonna keep on swinging. We saw that with Emmanuel Lardy. He's gonna keep on swinging. We saw that with Sean Porter. He's gonna keep on swinging. We saw that with Kell Brook. His game, he stays on plan A, and that's to keep coming and coming. Pause. It's to keep on punching, effective aggression as well. Clean, effective punches. Errol Spence does everything right in that ring. Errol Spence is fundamentally sound. His precision is good. He plants his feet well when he throws them shots. Errol the Truth Spence does everything right in that ring. He does everything great. Now, great is another word that we just throw out there loosely. I want to see the journey of Errol Spence. I love to see the journey of Errol Spence, just like I love to see the journey of Manny Pacquiao, just like I love to see the journey of Canelo, just like I like to see the journey of these young fighters. And shout out to the Olympics. Let me see what time is it, because I know that Keyshawn Davis fights at 1:30 a.m. 12:19. So one more hour, and Keyshawn Davis is going to be fighting his fight. And Andy Cruz going to be fighting. Shout out to Cuba. Let me say what's up to the people out there, man. Let me put the hashtag over there, man. Because let's not forget about the people that's fighting out there, man. Fighting for the freedom, man. Fighting for what we have and what we take for granted. Rolling with the punches was good. If Pac-Man wins, does he pass Canelo on pound for pound right now? Damn. Man. That would be a debate. If Manny Pacquiao beats Errol the Truth Spence, would it be pound for pound numero uno? Yeah, that will be a hot discussion. Great question. What y'all think? Folks? If Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence, will he be pound for pound? Because also what we have to give credit is when a person beats somebody on a pound for pound list. Now, Canelo Alvarez, he beat Smith. He beat Billy Joe Saunders to unify. And then he might fight, if he fight the Caden Plants of the world, but they're not pound for pound fighters. Manny Pacquiao beat a Keith Thurman that was a pound for pound fighter. And if he beats Errol Spence, that ends a lot of people pugilist list. He's not on my top 5 on my list. He's not on my top 5 on my list. But he's on the pound for pound list on everybody's list. In most of the people's list, if he beats Errol Spence, shit, Errol Spence is better than Floyd. That's what Pacquiao said. We gonna see. We gonna see. I don't think he will, but if Joshua beats Usyk, can he be pound for pound? Shit, that's another great fight, man. See, yo, we be having great fights and people complain about boxing. We be having wonderful fights. I think the only problem with boxing is that we don't have the fight, but we have great fights. Shout out to all the women out there too, all the women boxers, man, because they peaking right now. Shout out to Christina Cruz with her debut, her win on this past Tuesday. Boxing never been dead. Exactly. Boxing never died. I don't think it's growing, but it's not dying. I think if boxer says collectively, man, let's do it for the greater good of the sport. We all gonna get our bread. If the top fighters, look, even the top fighters look at the top fighters. The top fighters, Canelo Alvarez could have gone and fight for undisputed. Anthony Joshua gonna be fighting Usyk. Even Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, a trilogy is still a good fight. That's the second best fight in the heavyweight division, and we was not gonna get the undisputed. One of those, you know? Tycho TV, what's good, my brother? Lou, what's good? If he beats him like he did to Oscar De La Hoya, yes, Manny will be the best ever and better than Canelo. I already got Manny Pacquiao better than Canelo, though. The fight is Manny versus Earl. I just hope all those people around him keep yourself back from Manny Pacquiao, all right? There's a pandemic going around here. All these people want to be around Manny Pacquiao and stuff like that. See him work out. Sneezing and say, "Achoo! Get away from Manny Pacquiao." I don't want nobody saying that somebody got the COVID. All right? We've seen too many of that. Triple E, Sally, they using female boxing for the LGBTQ agenda. You think so? They using it? Damn. Harsh. Richie Boy. What if Canelo faces Plant, Bivol, Beterbiev, Better Beav, and Charlo? Damn, that's a lot right there, man. Transcendent sport, Chin Smoke. You can't count Manny out. It's going to be good. You can never count Manny out. He's a different breed. Put it this way. I'm going to give you like this. You see how he's a different breed? You can't count Manny out. He come from a different era. He come from a different regiment. Manny Pacquiao comes from a different regiment, from a different era, from a different hunger. Just like you saw Jada Kiss, from a different era, from a different hunger, from a different essence. That's Manny Pacquiao. That's why Manny Pacquiao is surviving. That's why Manny Pacquiao survives in this era of boxing. Because Manny Pacquiao did it from the mud. He came from the mud. He ain't come from a lot of these boxers nowadays, and this is good because I see the evolution. I see the evolution of parenting, as well. A lot of these fighters come from a happy home. And that's good. That's great. That's a blessing. You see, T.O. come from a mother and dad. Ryan Garcia, mommy and daddy. You got who else? You got a lot of fighters out there that's being brought up in the gym, but being brought up good. No malicious in them. No criminal records and stuff like that. Not living the street. I'm talking about Mike Tyson. I'm talking about Manny. I'm talking about these dudes right here. This is a different breed. This is a different breed right here, man. Hold on. Hold the hell on. Hold on. Put this picture. One of my favorite pictures. This is a different breed right here. You feel me? This is a whole nother level. This is a whole nother hunger. This is a whole nother struggle. This is a whole nother mud. This right here. He said Fury has a mom and daddy. Mama and dada. This right here. Put me on the back seat right here. I'm rolling with these dudes anywhere I go. I'm rolling with these two anywhere I go. I got a problem. Hey, yo, Manny, we going to karaoke night, and everybody got a problem with us. Feel me? With these dudes, I roll with. This is a whole different breed. This is a whole different type of regimen. This is a whole different type of sacrifice. This is a whole different type of pressure. Manny Pacquiao, this pressure is light work. You saw Mike Tyson's eyes. You saw his eyes when he saw Peter McNeely straight out of jail looking at him. I'm gonna whip your behind. You saw, like I told you, I did a video about it. You saw Manny Pacquiao's eyes. You saw Manny Pacquiao when he's looking dead at Keith Thurman. I was smiling all day long during the promotion. You thought this was sweet. You thought I was old. You thought I was a T-Rex. You must be out your mind. Look at my eyes now. Don't you look down. Yo, if you go watch it again. Go watch it again. Go watch that. Go watch that face off again before the referee, you know what I'm saying, said hit. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Watch how he's looking at Keith Thurman. As soon as Keith Thurman looked down, even I was like, oh shit. Oh fuck. He's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be in trouble. You see Manny Pacquiao right now? He's smiling. You see how he's doing his interviews? He's smiling. He's enjoying himself. He's enjoying you watching him, and he's smiling, giving all these answers. And then on the face-off with Errol Spence, they're going to shake hands. He's looking at him. Hey, he's smiling and stuff like that. But one come fight night. Throw Jesus Christ out the window. Throw that humbleness out the window. And people talk about that Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is very humble. Oh yeah, he's very humble. When he's in that element, he's the cockiest motherfucker out in boxing. When Manny Pacquiao is in that element, oh yeah, outside of boxing, oh man, he's a humanitarian. You know what? He's a humanitarian in the ring. He gives an ass whooping. He gives you an ass whooping. He's a humanitarian. He's trying to help you out. You know, I'm gonna give you an ass whooping. He give you that tough love. He'll make you think like, you know, my man, you do not want to stay in this sport long like I did. Hell no, that two guys will eat you alive. Pacquiao still over the eye of the tiger. Mike have a pet. Imagine Tyson versus Pacquiao karaoke battle. Oh, you already know. A punch. Who you got? Devin Pillowfish or Manny? Man, come on, man. I'm from that early 2000 pack. I'm from that cloth. Yo, Mike and Pac was driving an Asian strip club. Mike Tyson was like, now come on, Manny Pacquiao, don't drive me over there. Last time I was chilling with the Asian people, the last time I was chilling with the Asian girl, I lost to Buster Douglas. So please, do not take me to no karaoke night. I don't want to chill with the Japanese or the Asian people, because the last time I was rocking with y'all, I lost to Buster Douglas, and he thinks that he's a fucking all-time great because he beat me because I wasn't in my element. He said, Manny, I'm not trying to do that Asian stuff with you. I'm not trying to do that Asian stuff with you. Last time I did that, I got my ass beat by Buster Douglas. I'm not trying to do that. Jinky Pacquiao would fantasize about Spence once Pacquiao gets viciously knocked out by Errol Spence. Ooh, he bringing out the wifey. You bringing out the wifey, Ed. Dad, keep it boxing. Don't bring the wife into this. Jinky knows her man. She knows Jinky. He's a voice like warrior. Man, you my warrior. You come in and you beat the fuck out of him. You gotta have a strong wife, man. They look like Suge and Pac. Yeah, man. That was the picture. That was the picture when both of these guys was training with Freddie Roach. Remember Mike Tyson was training with Freddie Roach at one point. But yeah, man. So give me a no or yes. Give me a no or yes in the chat. If Manny Pacquiao if Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao in a devastating fashion, will he be the face of boxing? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm giving it a minute. If Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao in a devastating fashion, will he be the face of boxing? Yes or no? HLD, best fighters come from a ghetto, hunger, and hardcore street struggles and battle and tested the mental the forge like the Moscow steel. Tito said no. Triple X said no. Lewis said hell no. Anthony said no. Lewis said hell no. Thumbs down. No. Hell no. 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 Everybody's saying no so far. What the hell did Errol Spence gotta do? Even if he beat Manny Pacquiao in devastating fashion, he's no face of boxing. I always wonder if Manny's wife parents were Scooby-Doo's fans because they named her Jinky. Oh man. No, sir. No, take no more. Hi, man. 50, 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Let me see what y'all got. 30 more seconds. Everybody's saying no. I ain't see one yes. Nah, you still have Keith and Crawford. Okay, I like that. It would never happen. Punch Pack will shock the world again. Ooh, Manny Pacquiao gonna be Earl. Crawford, gotta fight Crawford. Hell no. UK 47 boxing. Everybody subscribe to UK 47 Rapstone Boxing Knowledge. Everybody subscribe to the channel. Got something cooking up for y'all probably this week. Carlos said hell no. Keith is still significant. Keith needs to stay busy. Rapstone Boxing Knowledge. Subscribe, man. Got some good interviews coming up. Don't want to miss it. Yes, it already is. Says that damn, a lot of people feel like it's no, man. A lot of people feel like it's no. It's still Canelo Alvarez. It's just still Canelo. What y'all feel about when people say that AJ is the face of boxing? I don't agree with that one. I don't agree that AJ is the face of boxing. I do still think that it's Canelo or Manny Pacquiao. If people want to talk about, because I think that everybody knows Manny Pacquiao. And if Manny Pacquiao, like I'm gonna tell you like this: if Manny Pacquiao says that this is my last fight, if he goes out there and verbally say, "Yo, guys, watch this fight, cause this is my last fight," it will sell probably close to 1 million. But if he's not saying that, and this is why I think strategically they're trying to promote this little by little. This is gonna be your last fight. Manny Pacquiao's not saying that. But if Manny Pacquiao says right now, this is my last fight, everybody gonna buy it. Everybody gonna buy it. Hey, it's karaoke. Play some music. Just happy hour Thursday. It's just happy hour Thursday. It's just happy hour Thursday. Let me give you something. Let me give you something to preview of happy hour Thursday. If you're just tuning in, you don't know nothing about no happy hour Thursday. You already know we set it off with the best karaoke and Manny Pacquiao. You gotta come to Punch Run Boxing real soon because there are a lot of people that want some smoke.
You'll never be alone. I'll be with you from door to door. I'll be with you from door to door. Baby, I'm right here. I'll be with you from door to door. Baby, I'm right here. Anyway, then it's stormy. Then it's not as slow. Setting it needs me. Had a matter bone. Wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean? Screaming when I'm low. Get started, showman. When in anything.
Pancho, y'all already know, man. I'm about to send the link. It's open panel. If you step on the panel, you gotta sing me a tune. I don't give a damn. It's a verse. I don't care if it's a spoken word. It's a tune. If you jump on the panel, you gotta sing me a verse, a bar. Sing me a hook, sing me a little tune, sing me a jingle. It's happy hour Thursday, karaoke night if you jump on the panel. If you don't have nothing lined up when you jump on the panel and sing a tune, do not come to the panel. This is happy hour Thursday, karaoke night. You gotta feel the energy, feel the passion, baby. We're having fun. This is the best, the hottest show in the YTBC on Thursdays. Happy hour Thursday, karaoke night. Let's go. I'ma send the link. Before you start talking boxing, you gotta sing me a tune. You gotta sing me a tune. Let's go. Let's go. Pancho already set the tone. Anybody that's been on the show, everybody that's jumped on the panel, you already know the drill. If you don't got that energy, you don't want to sing a tune, you don't want to sing a rap, you don't want to sing a verse or nothing like that, then don't jump on the panel. Just stay on the chat. Don't F up the energy. Don't F up the energy of the, oh, I don't want to do nothing. What the fuck? I don't want to do it. Yeah. So don't be on the panel. Don't F up the energy. If you don't got the energy, don't jump on the panel. Sing a tune or whatever. Give me your best karaoke song or whatever it is. This is karaoke night. Happy Hour Thursday. Pancho in the building. Moonshine, a.k.a. La Bobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Talk about boxing. Talk about boxing. Who's going to be the face of boxing? It's going to be, if it's still Manny Pacquiao, 8th Division World Champion, 5 lineal. Is it Canelo Alvarez, 4th Division World Champion, pound for pound, currently pound for pound, the cash cow boxing right now? Is it going to be Anthony Joshua? You already almost got all the straps. Avengers Laws versus Andy Ruiz, el Mexicano, el Gordito. Who else? Who else? Yo, Punch, Locks or Dipset? LOX. LOX. Hands down. Hands down, Tito. Hands down. Mano abajo. Want to see Pancho do it with Pac-Man. Yeah, Pac-Man. You saw how many Pac-Man was singing the other day and stuff like that. You felt me? Manny Pacquiao tried to say, what can you say about the most recent interview from PBC? Whoa, with Manny Pacquiao, you talking about the Jesus? You see Ray Flores, he was trying to, is this going to be your last fight? Last fight, Manny Pacquiao was like, I'm taking the fight, one fight at a time. But you could tell that they want him to say that, because if he does say that this is my final fight, if Manny Pacquiao says this is it, and they promote it like that, then this fight will probably do a mil. But he keeps it like if it's not, Dipset won that battle. I call it robbery. You better shit. Then you acting shit. You gonna act. Then you gonna get the backlash that I got with the 116, 112. Keep on acting. Yeah. Spence needed to be thankful Mama D was at home. Just ask Bradley. Punch with the Ray Flores voice is funny. Well, Manny Pacquiao, you're gonna have a great fight versus Errol the True Spence on August 21st. Manny, what makes you still? What drives you? What motivates you? Ray Flores. Yo, shout out to Ray Flores, man. He's everywhere. Triller, PBC. Manny Pacquiao, you're going to face Errol the True Spence, the unified champion. What makes you, you see Floyd Mayweather fighting exhibitions and YouTubers. What makes you, because you can make extra money. You don't have to do this, Manny. So, Manny, what makes you want to fight the best? Well, I want to fight the best, and I like to challenge myself. I want to challenge myself. That I'm ready. I'm in the best shape. And my coach Freddie Roach, we doing a great job. And well, Manny, you got a lot of mileage on them wheels. What do you feel? What do you feel? Do you think that Errol Spence is your toughest opponent yet? I hate that question. How can you ask a fighter that never fought the guy, but do you think that Errol Spence is your toughest opponent yet? He hasn't fight him, Ray. He hasn't fight him. Ask another question. Come on, Ray. He hasn't fight him. What kind of question do you? I hate when people ask that question to a fight. Do you think that Errol Spence is your toughest opponent yet? Manny Pacquiao looked at him like you saw. Look at the interview again. Manny Pacquiao said, I don't. I think he's one of the biggest stars and the biggest challenge in my career. He said, Manny, what do you what do you feel about this having your final camp with Freddie Roach? He just answered a question. He just said that this is not his finale, that he's taking it one fight at a time, and then he follows it up. Well, Manny, what do you think of this? This is being your final camp with the Freddie Roach and your other coaches and stuff like that. Shit, this guy talks like that all the time. Yo, Ray Flores, man. Snap out of it, Ray. You don't talk like that all day. He talk like that. When I did media work, man, that's the way he talk. He talk just like that. Off the camera, off the microphone. He talks like that. Well, what do you think? Honey, where do you want to go this weekend? Honey, let's make love. Well, how do you want to start making love? Just let me take my pants down and unzip her, and you could first start by sucking my pee-pee, sucking my dick, and then we move forward. And then probably do you took your birth control pill? No. All right, I guess you should because I have a lot of work. I am traveling all over the place. I don't want to have a child. Do you like it? How does it feel? That I have an erection, but I've been a vegan now, so my erection, how does it feel, honey? Am I performing well? Am I performing well? Oh my goodness, I think I'm coming. Hold on. Please, can you shut the fuck up so I could concentrate? I want to come. I'm about to come. Ray Flores, man, you can snap out of it, Ray. Can you imagine Ray Flores having an argument with his girl and shit like that? Nah, cause you be traveling everywhere. We don't spend time. We just doesn't spend time. You over there in LA, then you was on Triller in New York City. I know you was smoking weed with the Depset and the Locks. You don't even listen to that kind of music. Why are you doing all of this work? You don't have no time. You was in Texas. We don't have any time. I just want your time. What do you mean? I'm doing what I have to do. I'm working. I am bringing home the bread. I am providing. Why are you mad at me each and every time I go out there and travel and work? You always have a complaint. Why do women always have a complaint when there's a man that is providing, doing his work? So let's discuss this as we can. Let's stop the bickering and please understand that I'm doing work. I got the Triller deal. I am working for PBC, and maybe if Bob Arum, who hit me up to do, and I do the zone sometimes with Eddie Hearn. And if Bob Arum wants me to work for ESPN and Top Ranked Events, I will do so. So, honey, please, what you need to do is let me do what I do and shut the fuck up and go into the kitchen and fix me a fucking dinner. I am having a busy fucking day, but you always bitching and complaining. And then the guy, Ray Flores comes out. What you said? That's what it is, honey. You always bitch and moan about me traveling. I am working. Don't you see me? My interviews, I just spoke to the great Manny Pacquiao. And don't you want to say congratulations to me? Because you're an ungrateful bitch. You are an ungrateful. You can't see my dream. You don't support my passion. You don't support my work. I just spoke to the truth. But you know what? You're the fucking lie, because as soon when I started doing this job, you was highly supported, and now you stop. Hey, yo, shout out to Ray Flores, man. Shout out to Ray Flores. The real question is, does his voice, is it his head, talk like that as well, right? Hey, Ray, you're stressed. Go jump out the building. Go jump out the bridge. Punch. Remember when Angel Garcia got really mad at him in the interview? Which one? He said he don't know shit. The fuck he's asking? It was him when he was asking the question. Man, this motherfucker don't. It was Ray Flores. I gotta go check. I gotta go check it back. Punch. What you think about Yumir Mancier? Yeah, man, he's good. He's good. It could be a good professional. Gonna be a good professional. Let's see what he does, man. Rap star will sing Sweet Carolina. Boy, I want to hear Stephen A. Smith interview Pac versus Errol. That would be fun. I don't want people to keep. You know what? I don't want Stephen A. Smith there. You know why I don't want Stephen A. Smith? Because they don't talk about boxing. You know what I'm saying? Give. You know what I want them to do is actually give jobs to people that actually does have passion for the sport, who knows the sport, who follow the sport in and out, so they can ask the right questions and people we could get the right answers from these fighters and boxing personnel. Nah, I don't want. To be honest, I don't want no Stephen A. Smith. Y'all don't care about boxing. You feel me? Y'all don't care about boxing, but now it's a big fight. Y'all want to come around and start talking about some good boxing. Nah. Keep your ass. Keep talking about the Lakers and Carmelo Anthony and Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis and LeBron James. That super team. Y'all could keep on talking about that. Don't talk about boxing because y'all don't give a damn about the sport of boxing. Y'all did not talk about no Chocolatito versus Estrada. Y'all did not talk about you're not talking about women boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's not only Clarissa Shields. It's not only Katie Taylor. It's also Amanda Serrano. It's also Estrada. It's also, come on, man. Nah. Don't come around here. Dude, come around here. What's this? Is UK 47 boxing?
What's going on, Punch Drunk, man? How you feeling there, bruv?
Come on, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Come on, karaoke. You already know. Happy Hour Thursday karaoke. You got to sing me a tune, man. Sing me a tune, man. The fans are waiting for you. We had Pancho. We had the Cambodian King. What's good?
Let's do some UK rap thing. Yeah, let's do some UK flavor. Where's the rest of the pussies scared to sing? But let's sing something here, bruv.
Go ahead,
let's
bruv.
Let's do some UK flavor, bruv. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, bruv.
All right, bro. Let's go. 1, 2, and let's get ready. Hey, ho, here I go. Move with a beat like so. This is the rap star motherfucking flow. I'm on the best motherfucking boxing show. I said, let's go. Let's go.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, rap star. That's what I'm talking about, my brother. What's good? You ain't like what I was saying in the beginning? Who you think is the face of boxing? Don't tell me. Let me see if you're gonna bring that flavor. Let me see you gonna bring that UK flavor. Is it Anthony Joshua? That's what you gonna say?
Look, I'm gonna say this, man. I don't know if you're on the other side of the pond, but we gotta keep it real here now, yeah? You say that Canelo Alvarez, I'm not saying he ain't the face of boxing. I did a live and I said he is, but I said, who's in joint position with this man? Who's the man right now in the whole world of boxing which is selling out like Canelo Alvarez? Who has the biggest endorsements in boxing today? Who has Hugo Boss? Who has all these people like Land Rover? Who's got Jaguar? Who's got Under Armour? Who's got the biggest endorsement deals, Punch Drunk Boxing? Who made 80 million in the rematch versus Andy Ruiz? The last time I checked, Canelo hasn't made 80 million a fight. I'm just saying this is about numbers. What does the face of boxing mean? It means how much revenue you generate. It means how people recognize you around the world.
That's different.
Hey,
that's different.
I do think Anthony Joshua is just as face of boxing from the London, United Kingdom than any man. Canelo Alvarez is there. But don't tell me Canelo Alvarez is ahead of Anthony Joshua. I don't see it. You look at the numbers, look at the endorsements, and look at the foundation. Anthony Joshua has a direct network deal. So please talk to me, Punch.
But for me, that's different. Revenue and recognition is different. You know why I say it's different? Who's more recognized, Anthony Joshua or Manny Pacquiao?
What do you mean?
Who's more recognized? Because you said you in your intro you was talking. Well, hold on, let me get this. Tim in the building. What's good? Good looking now, my brother. Good looking now, Tim. Supporting the channel, supporting the passion, supporting a boxing channel. Unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Shout out to the Filipino. Doing great the Olympics. Good looking now, my brother. I appreciate it. God bless you, my brother from another mother. No, because you were saying, who got the numbers, he sold it now, the recognition. And see, the face of boxing, what is the definition of the face of boxing? Is the face of boxing the face of boxing, or who has more money in the bank account?
The last time
Who has more endorsements? Because, you know, when I look at endorsements is good, but also endorsements to me is like, also, you can't say what you want. It's almost like you being locked up in your own self. And boxing, this is why a lot of fighters don't get these type of endorsement deals, because boxing is probably the only sport where you could be vulgar and boisterous and can say what you want to say. See, a guy like Anthony Joshua, he can't say what he want to say. We understood what happened to Manny Pacquiao. Nike left
Neither
when
can
he said what he
Canelo.
wanted to say.
Neither can
Canelo, but Canelo, yeah, even with Canelo,
Yeah, because Canelo also has Louis Vuitton, Dolce Gabbana. He has Everlast. He has endorsements that he represents. So he needs to walk and talk a certain way, because that's just the business that he's in, bro.
So the face of boxing, what first and foremost? So yeah, so what is the definition of the face of? Because the face of boxing is the most recognized. Is the guy that everybody knows. The face of boxing, the cash cow of boxing, is different. Is the cash cow boxing and the face of boxing the same thing?
Well, most of the cash cows of boxing have always been the face of boxing. If you really want to go back in time, you want to see the people which generated the most ever revenue were the face of boxing. Muhammad Ali was the man who was the biggest revenue at one point. So he was the face of boxing. Mike Tyson was the biggest revenue when he was coming up. So he became the face of boxing. So yes, Punch, the biggest money and the biggest guy who generates the biggest numbers is the face of boxing. Yes, brother. And you can say what you want, but right now I'm a bit confused, because didn't Manny Pacquiao make 160 million in one night with Mayweather?
So, cause look, this is what I'm saying.
So then he must be also the face of boxing.
Yeah, I mean, look, it does have all, you can consider everything, because is Jake Paul more famous than these other guys in boxing?
I mean, Jake Paul's his own little celebrity thing, innit? He's doing his own little celebrity thing, bro.
I'm just saying that, what I'm saying, it could be anything, So we really gotta really define the face of boxing. The face of boxing is the guy, the guy everybody recognizes. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody recognizes my friend Anthony Joshua, bro.
I think. Well, okay. I think Canelo
Alvarez.
Is Canelo Alvarez, you think, more recognizable than Anthony Joshua
In Mexico.
in just Mexico? Well, Mexico is big too.
Maybe in United States. But if you go to Saudi Arabia, they recognize Anthony Joshua in a big, big way. You go to anywhere in Europe, in the whole of Europe, you understand Anthony Joshua is the name and the face of boxing.
Do you think that? I was going to ask, do you think that Americans are closed-minded to just thinking about that? Or you think Americans' mind is in a bubble? Like, what I'm saying, that they don't know what's really out there. Asia, because who in Asia is big. Manny Pacquiao in Asia is big. So you're trying to say that Anthony Joshua? So is Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez bigger than Manny Pacquiao?
I mean, right this minute, because Manny Pacquiao took a 2-year layoff, and just with the way that these guys have been active and they're the young blood, then these two generate more money right now. When I'm looking at their paperwork and I'm looking where these guys are today, then yeah, Canelo and Anthony Joshua are slightly edging Manny Pacquiao right now in revenue, gate, and just
see that. You know what I mean? Now that's what I say. See, okay, Anthony Joshua right now, maybe his next fight he makes more than Anthony Joshua. I mean, Anthony Joshua will make more than Manny Pacquiao in this next fight, right? Let's say. But is he more recognizable? And this is what I say about the
no, time he's not more recognized than Manny Pacquiao.
So we're living in this time, right? Right now, we're 3 weeks away of Manny Pacquiao fighting, right? So maybe not right now. There is not the heat of or the wave of Manny Pacquiao, but once you have that 3 days before fight night, and that's when everybody is picking it up. All the mass media is picking it up. That's the ramp up of the promotion. And the fight comes, the Friday, fight Saturday. that's when you're gonna know. That's when people be like, Manny Pacquiao. And I think that's what happens in today's day and age. It's all about relevancy. It's all about the time right now. When Manny Pacquiao watch, we're talking about the face of boxing, and I heard a lot of people today. I tuned into several channels talking about some of the similar things earlier today, right? And they wasn't even mentioning Manny Pacquiao. They was mentioning Canelo. They was mentioning AJ. They was mentioning Tavante Tank Davis, Errol Spence, and I'm like, yo, Manny Pacquiao. Some people be like, oh, he was out for this much. I'm gonna say, man, watch, because we're living in the time of what have you done for me lately? Where are you now? What I see now, and this is why I said earlier, I compare this to what we saw in hip hop, this Tuesday, right?
What happened this Tuesday? Can you tell the people were across the pond?
So this is what I'm saying. Like, if you would have asked somebody on Monday, and be like, yo, who's the best hip hop, or who's the favorite MC, who's the best MCs, right? You would be like Jay-Z, you would be like Nas, you would be like Drake. Some people would say probably Meek Mills. Some people would be like, it would be Pac. But then, because of the relevancy, what Jada did, not everybody talking about Jada. I told you he's one of the best. He's one of the best 5, dead or alive. He's one of the best because of the relevancy. So I'm saying right now, maybe a lot of people ain't looking at Manny Pacquiao. They saying AJ, they saying Canelo. But once Saturday comes, or that week of the fight, and this is the ramp up of you know what I'm saying, the promotion, then people gonna be like, yo, Manny Pacquiao. That's what I see. You feel me? What's good, Smoke? What's good? Let me get this super chat. What's good? He said Richie Boy boxing Canelo and AJ on the face and the money of boxing. Saludos. SOS Cuba. Shout out, my brother. Good looking now. I appreciate you, brother.
Karaoke.
Karaoke night. Happy hour Thursday. Let's go, Smoke. You already know the rules. You no stranger.
Wow, a fucking song? I didn't have no damn song.
A song, a poem, a letter that your ex wrote you, and stuff like that.
So fat. How fat is she? Your mama is so big, in fact, that she can get busy with 22 burritos, but times are tough. I seen her in her back of Taco Bell in handcuffs. The sad fact. Your mama smokes crack. She got a burning yearning, and there's no turning back. Her knuckles drag down to the ground when she walks. Spit come out that bitch mouth when she talk. She got the wings and teeth of an African bat. Her middle name is Mudbone. And on top of all that, your mama got a peg leg with real feet. Okay, anyway.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, the boxing lounge. TBL.
All that. Like, I was talking boxing. Damn.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since Thursday night.
I know.
What time all that. Anyway, what's up, man?
What's good? A lot of people's talking about, a lot of content creators. I think most of the people in their live shows, I've seen that is about this cash cow face of boxing. I say, you know what? Let's keep it going, I don't want to disrupt it. Let's keep on going. So who you think is the face of boxing? Or can you also elaborate, is the face of boxing the same thing as the cash cow of boxing?
The face of boxing and the cash cow, but I think the cash cow of boxing probably has something to do with the face of boxing, but I think the face of boxing is bigger than the cash cow.
Okay. So it's different. So it's different for you, right?
Yeah, I think you can be a cash cow and not be the face. If Manny comes out and he beats Errol Spence, then the face of boxing would definitely be Floyd Mayweather Jr.
So still it's Floyd Mayweather.
But we're talking about active, aren't we, Punch? Or are we talking?
Nah. Face of boxing. You know why? And you know why it's.
Are we talking about retired fighters or active fighters to be?
Hey, matter of fact,
if Manny wins, he's gonna be about a retired fighter.
I'm gonna tell you like this. You know what I answered earlier on TBV? My first answer when they talking about the face of boxing. You know what I said? I said the promoters. They said like the promoters. You know why? Because ain't nobody bigger than Bob Arum in Top Rank.
Nah.
There's nobody bigger than, Anthony Joshua, yeah, but ain't nobody other than Anthony Joshua. Ain't nobody bigger than Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. Ain't nobody bigger than Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. And ain't nobody bigger than Mayweather in Mayweather Promotions. And then ain't nobody bigger than fucking Al Heyman and his Google pictures and PBC.
But then you got to involve fucking Mike Tyson still, because Mike Tyson still has a say in boxing. I mean, you
That
know
the
what I mean? I'm not saying he's the face, but I definitely would say that Mike Tyson came back at certain just last year, and you saw what the fucking people went mad. It was 1.6 million pay-per-views or 1.2 million. I don't even remember. So Mike Tyson will be put in the top 10 again, bro.
So why would you? All right. So why would you say that Floyd is the face of boxing?
Oh, because I mean, this would be a gigantic boost for Manny Pacquiao's legacy to become a unified champion, beating the top dog, all that stuff, and that's going to make the Floyd victory even bigger. And then also the connection that Floyd has with Errol Spence, that Errol Spence has burst onto the scene from a sparring session with Floyd. And we know Manny wants that Floyd get back, but not just for that face of boxing thing, but also for the bag that you were talking about, the cash cow. Like this is like if Manny Pacquiao wins, the talk is not going to be about the rematch or Bud Crawford becoming undisputed. It will be about trying to get Floyd back in, guaranteed.
I'm not gonna disagree with that part. That part, I think it's always that. It's always that. Is Manny Pacquiao gonna and then when you see Mayweather, they have him a fight hype, has a video of him training at 3:00 in the morning. Is he gonna come back? Is he gonna fight Manny Pacquiao after? They still asking Manny Pacquiao, even with Ray Flores, they still ask him about Floyd. Still.
I think if Manny beats Errol Spence, I think they'll be talking about the Floyd Manny fight. When the trilogy happens with Wilder and Fury, they'll be talking about the Manny Floyd fight. When Usyk fights AJ, they'll be talking about the Manny fight. When Crawford fights Porter, they'll be talking about the Manny Floyd fight. Like everybody will be talking about that fight.
Everybody or mass media be talking about it.
I'm saying, like, okay, so it's not like the YTBC don't follow what mass media says. Like, there's big, and it's not like Manny Pacquiao don't have fans. It's not like Floyd don't still have haters. Like, yeah.
Let me get Tim. Good looking out. Many celebrities visited Manny Pacquiao's training camp. Everybody's on Manny Pacquiao. Tim, everybody's with Manny Pacquiao. He got a large crowd. The celebrities out there. It's actually kind of weird around this time. Because I would have thought by now with everybody around this man that somebody would have been like, Hachu! COVID! Cap 19. That's what I'm calling it around. Cap 19.
We don't even know if these boxers have had their vaccines. And we only found out just about a few days ago that sanctioning bodies are asking all the officials, the judges, and also the referees are going to need to be vaccinated now. That's what they've implemented, haven't they? They've said that whoever works for those boxing events, they have to be vaccinated. Does that mean the fighters have to be vaccinated now, Punch?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It depends on where you at. I don't even think they tested for COVID, or if you got a Florida event or Texas event, are they tested for COVID?
I don't even know.
Because I remember Michael. I don't believe. I believe that Michael Hunter said he wasn't tested for COVID when he was going to fight in that Triller. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people was tested for COVID. Because that was Florida.
That's weird as fuck, bro. They're trying to have fighters around all these people. You can catch COVID on a Friday fucking night. You saw what happened to Conor Benn. 24, 48 hours just before the fucking fight, bro. So somewhere along the line, there must be some shit going on behind the scenes where things are changing or something, innit, bro?
Mm-hmm.
They gotta be if they want these events to be safe and secure. I don't know, man. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I really don't know, man. It just comes out of nowhere, man. With this COVID, I hope nobody does catch it. It would be unfortunate if somebody does, even if it's not even about a boxing event. If somebody just catch COVID, it'd just be effed up. But so how about active? Let's keep it active. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it active. Okay, the active fighters. Who's the face of boxing?
Go ahead, Smoke.
Active fighters, the face of boxing, or the active? We don't have one. I think you have I think you have an argument to make with either Pacquiao, Canelo, or AJ, like right now.
Yeah, I think I also it's also a good argument that yeah, you could be a face of your territory. You know what I'm saying? Is Anthony Joshua a face of boxing out here?
I don't even throw like AJ ain't the face of nothing out here. AJ is the face of anonymous people out here. Like,
Is
people don't know AJ like that, bro. Come on, you know that. You know that.
I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
with AJ, he doesn't have the American support because he didn't really succeed in America. You know what I'm saying, Punch? He doesn't have that American support or the global as a star. But you know, I think Tyson Fury has achieved more in America than Anthony Joshua. You get what I'm saying? Love him or hate him, he's actually ended up succeeding in the States. You get what I'm saying? Now, what we got to recognize, you know, who is the most closest to face of boxing if you're active. I mean, we got to just look at who are the biggest names out of these thousands of fighters. There's no one bigger than active right now. Anthony Joshua, Canelo. After Canelo, who we got? Anthony Joshua, Canelo, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence. But if we look at Manny Pacquiao, we look at the first three biggest fighters, Punch. You've got AJ, Pacquiao, and Canelo in the top three. Is that correct?
mm-hmm.
So none of them are from America. So this is the first time that America's superstardom is not right there as the top cash cow right now.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not the way American market works.
I'm just talking about American fighters.
No, I understand that, but the American market.
Let me fucking speak, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
You can have your fucking say after.
Go ahead, rap star. Jeez, don't blow a gasket, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't blow a gasket. It's not that serious. It's really not that serious.
This is what I'm saying. You can have your time. My thing is this, though. At the end of the day, who's waving the flag? Canelo is the man who's known overseas as well. Anthony Joshua might not be that big in America, but he's big in Saudi Arabia and Europe. And Manny Pacquiao is one of the biggest coming out of Asia. I think the biggest fighter you got in America is Deontay Wilder. And after Deontay Wilder, I think the next biggest guy is Errol Spence. I mean, I think that's where we are, Punch. Do you agree?
Well, before you just strip over me and like just talk to Punch I didn't want to say nothing. Like I got what you're trying to do, but just can I get into the conversation too, Rap Star? Is that okay? Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
But anyway, like I think your point is well taken, but it's just inaccurate, right? So because America doesn't care about nationality. We care about it. It's a meritocracy over here when it comes to our professional sports. And it has been that way for a long time. This is not the first time that the cash cow has not been an American. It's been like that really since Floyd Mayweather retired, and before Floyd Mayweather, like before even Floyd Mayweather was the cash cow, they were trying to promote Oscar De La Hoya as the guy, even though he's from LA. They were trying to talk about how he's from Mexico. They were trying to promote him as a Mexican dude, not really even as an American guy. But even then, you still had the Klitschko's on top. You still had Lennox Lewis on top. We don't care about the flag like that. That's not the way we get down. Like America is just about having the best boxers, which is why all of those cash cows, with the exception of AJ, which is why I don't even know why we're saying AJ is a face of boxing. I think that's just a nod to the heavyweight division and to what he's accomplished. But nobody thinks that dude is actually the face of boxing outside of the UK. But they fight here because
Saudi Arabia thinks that he's
this is where the boxing market is. You have to, if you are the best in the world, you come here to prove it.
Okay, no, that's a fair point, Smoke. But I'm going to say this: Americans, of course, they're not going to. I mean, look, I love what Americans bring to the sport, but you got to remember that it wasn't just Floyd Mayweather; it was Mike Tyson broke records. When Mike Tyson was doing things in America, he was representing the world. So Americans have been the superstars of boxing. And America has been behind saying those things that, yeah, we were running the sport. Right now, they got to take a back step. And I appreciate what you're saying. But some Americans, they do believe that the superstar of boxing were the Mayweathers, the Mike Tysons, the Sugar Ray Leonards. It was always controlled as the biggest star was in America. I'm not saying America still don't have the big stars. They do. They have the biggest foundation. But right now, it's Philippines, Mexico, and United Kingdom are running the top of the tree. And I'm not saying that there's not going to be another guy coming out of the States and take over. But right now, it's these three people. That's what I see it as. What do you think, Punch?
Man, I think there's an argument for everything. I think there's an argument if you say Canelo Alvarez is the face. I think there's an argument if you say Manny Pacquiao. I think there's an argument if you say AJ. I think if you say it's an argument, and I think if it's just territory, at this point, if I would have to say like just one and just straight up, I'll say Manny Pacquiao because he's just recognizable. Everybody recognizes Manny Pacquiao.
Yep, that's what I would say. Like if you were to say who is the face of boxing right now, if you had to do one person, I would say Manny Pacquiao too.
You know, I mean, everybody knows Manny Pacquiao.
They know him. They know he's for a boxer too. They know him for boxing. Not even they like the people who know him as a senator also know him as a boxer. The people who know him as a boxer might not know him as a senator.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think it's fair to say that Manny Pacquiao has the global, international name when it comes to representing our sport right now, active. If you want to say active, but I agree with Smoke that non-active Floyd Mayweather still represents the whole face of boxing.
I say this. Look, when I went to the Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua press conference, right, in New York, AJ was out. I was out the Bowery when everything finished. He's outside. Ain't nobody like was clamoring over AJ. Like people really didn't know AJ like that. This is New York. This is downtown, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Manny Pacquiao could walk downtown just like that. Just step out with like couple dudes and just walk to the next corner and like nothing.
No, when Manny Pacquiao came to England, Punch, they had to shut down some of the roads, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, wherever he goes, they shut down places, bro. I'm telling you.
So why? Let's say in a lot of channels, and I'm talking about like biased channels, channels that got really credible. A lot of people wasn't even mentioning Pacquiao today, and while people discussing the face of boxing. Why?
Because it's the
they was only mentioning Canelo and AJ.
It's the new hotness, right? You gotta. The YTBC has its own it's its own thing, right? So.
Yeah, but did you watch my live Punch?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so I had Manny Pacquiao right up there, bro.
Yeah, people don't have Manny in the pound for pound. They didn't have him in his pound for pound even in 2019. After he beat Keith Thurman, he didn't make an appearance in a lot of people pound for pound. Like for some reason, the YTBC have just sort of relegated all Pacquiao love to Pactard, to Pacquiao extreme fans, and they just ignored. They just leave it for Pacquiao fans to talk about him.
Is it because he doesn't have that promotional machine behind him to put him up in these type of pound for pound list or whatever, or keep on promoting the brand? Ever since he's been on his own, he got to promote. It's kind of different now, and that's what it is. No promotional machine.
No, I don't think that he was really that big even then. I think that there was just that whole Floyd Manny Pacquiao buildup, and then him not winning just sort of relegated that fan base to I don't know, they're just not taken seriously, right? So it seems to be a protest vote. Like if you're rooting for Manny, it's because you don't like Floyd or you don't like PBC, but now he's with the PBC, and so the people who don't like the PBC aren't going to talk about how this is a good fight for the PBC. The Manny, like a lot of the people who were rooting for Manny, Manny was not just Manny Pacquiao. He was part of Top Rank. He was the opposition to a whole bunch of things. Even the people behind the scenes, the business people want you to have a promoter, right? So Manny went from that model of having a promoter to being self-promoted.
Yeah.
Now, if you're self-promoted, you got to figure it out yourself, right?
Yeah, Smoke. Let me just say this though, as well, on the back of that, Smoke. That don't you see that even if you're the face of boxing, yeah, Punch, even if you beat the face of boxing, or let's say you beat the man who is that guy today, it doesn't mean you become that guy. We've seen that as well, Punch. It means when Marquez beat Manny Pacquiao, he didn't become that guy. If Errol Spence beats Manny Pacquiao, he won't become that guy.
Even the guys that when what's his name?
His stock will get raised.
When Roy Jones got beaten, he
by
didn't
Glenn
get
Johnson.
But he ain't get famous. The guys
He
that beat
didn't
Mike
become that
Tyson.
face of boxing.
Who's the last guy that beat Mike Tyson?
Who knows?
Buster
Like Mike
Douglas.
Tyson was
Yeah.
trash when he lost, but he lost a bunch by the end, right? But the last one that people remember is really the Lennox Lewis, but
Yeah.
but even the Evander Holyfield one, but just you can become the face, but Errol Spence is not going to get Manny Pacquiao's notoriety off of this
Yeah.
win, right?
You
Just
won't.
because Manny Pacquiao hasn't fought in years. Like if Manny Pacquiao was the undisputed champ and was knocking everybody else off, and it was only Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence, cool. But like Manny Pacquiao is not really seen as the best welterweight. He's just the best name and the biggest payday.
Yeah, I think this fight is gonna be. I think this fight is gonna do more. It's gonna surpass the 600,000 or 500,000, whatever really it was with the Thurman and Pacquiao. I think they're gonna surpass the numbers.
The
Yeah.
way that they're selling the tickets, yeah. Have you heard?
Yeah.
Have you heard what's going on with the tickets, Puncher? And you as well, Smoke. They're selling
Right,
tickets
no, I
for
haven't heard
12
anything
grand,
about it.
15 grand. Now the last tickets left, they're selling them for 40 grand in the first row seats. These tickets are going crazy money, bro.
Did you say 40 grand?
Yeah, for the first row seats. They want
Forget
13
about
grand.
it. Yeah, this is gonna break records.
Yeah, they
Like at
want
least the gate records. If you
$13,000.
talk about $40,000 front row seats stuff, yeah, it's gonna break records.
Yeah, they're talking 13,000 for 4 rows back.
I gotta see. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, that's what everybody was telling me, bro. Now, what I'm saying is, it seems to me this fight's going to generate some good numbers. I do believe that. I think so. People be waiting for a big fight like this, bro.
Is that
sure.
that's a resell or official seat?
I think that could be resale, bro. It must be that.
40,000 for a seat.
For the first front row. And I couldn't believe it. I said, nah, I don't believe that
Front
shit.
Yeah, what's
rows.
the face
Most of the front rows are bought.
That's what I'm saying. So
Most
they're
of the
probably
but I
selling
mean
it on
most of the front
summer.
rows are bought by promoters and
Yeah, they're giving out. Yeah, they're promo. Yeah, they're loss leaders.
Hey, what's on the undercard? Does anybody know anything about the I know that is Casemiro on the undercard?
Supposed to.
Nah,
I thought it's
Casimiro.
Rigo. That's not the Rigo fight. It's not
Nah,
that?
that's August
What's going on?
14th. That's the week
Okay.
before. That's the
So
week
who's
before.
fighting on the undercard, bro?
Ugas versus Maidana.
Huh?
Some guy named Maidana. I forgot the
Yeah,
last
McDonald's brother.
Yeah, Maidana, yeah. And who else?
That's it. I know Luis Collazo's coming back, your boy.
Yeah, but that's next week. That's this weekend.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
this weekend.
So there's not really a big undercard, is there, though? It doesn't seem like it.
Have you guys been into?
Yeah. Ghost
watching the Olympics?
Guerrero, Victor Ortiz.
Yeah, but that's not a
Oh
big
my
undercard,
God.
bro.
Wow.
That's 7 years too late.
Yeah,
mean,
but
good fight, good luck to them.
It depends. Like people, I know people's like, oh, these guys are fighting, man. I mean, these guys are still not retired, man. Let them let the old man get their shine,
Yeah.
get their, you know.
I mean, I'd like to see Ruben. I haven't seen him in a minute. see what he's looking like.
After that rape case, I want him to get a good payday.
Have you guys been following the Olympics, the Olympic boxing?
I follow.
Punch-outs.
Yeah. Several.
What did you think of the what's his name, Reagan or Dagan? What the
the Reagan.
What did you think of that fight? Do you feel like the right guy won?
Which
The
fight?
gold medal where he brought home the silver. It was a close fight. He fought like a Chechnyan dude.
Nah, I didn't think I see that one.
It was yesterday's fight.
Oh no, I ain't see. Yeah, I ain't see yesterday's fights. As a matter of fact, right now, what time is it right now? Yeah, Keyshawn Davis about to fight in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm about to check that out.
Yeah, who's he fighting?
Yeah, check it out. Tell us. He's gonna be fighting. Who's that? I don't know his name.
Okay, but how's that GGG 2.0 Ukrainian doing?
He fights tomorrow.
Yeah, he looks fucking good, bro.
Yeah, man.
I feel
I did a video of him. Alexander Kizniak.
Yeah. He beat some of the. Yeah, he's doing good, man. He's doing good. He's strong. He's aggressive, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Taurus as well. I gotta really see that for 40,000. I gotta see that. I
That's what
gotta
they
see
told
that.
me. Somebody said, and okay, have a look at 4 rows back. How much is 4 rows back right now?
Hold on, let me get to it, cause
How much is 4 rows back, bro?
40,000, 40,000 stuff. Hold on.
So, do you think that Eddie Hearn is ready to develop the careers of like this new crop of medalists coming out of the UK?
If he signs, like I mean, I do like Alessandro Kizniak. I do like Keyshawn Davis,
Now
and
I'm talking about the English ones. He's got that Whitaker guy.
oh Ben Whitaker. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
Ben Whitaker,
Whitaker.
man.
He's got Frazier out there. Frazier's a big boy. Um, there's a couple of Irish guys too.
I think I mean yeah, I think so. I do think so. I think it's a man, a lot of people ain't paying attention to this Olympic too because especially the time frame. Especially in the East Coast. I know a lot of people ain't watching that. You know, like most of the fights is 1 a.m., 2 a.m. You know. Let me get this super chat. What's good? Kane, Pac is the greatest fighter of the generation. Is not close. He's the most accomplished and has a true warrior spirit. He's the GOAT aside from Sugar Ray Robinson. So
Yeah,
I'm
that
talking
doesn't
about.
make. Yeah. Uh, all right. So of this generation, Pac has done like next to nothing. Right. He's maybe the greatest fighter of his own generation, but of this current generation, nah.
The GOAT! Manny Pacquiao!
Nah. There's been guys like even like this. This is where you start getting into the AJ kind of talk, like because guys recently have been putting in like Monster's been putting in a ton of work recently, like since Manny Pacquiao has been like the WBA regular champion. Like
Only for a little period of time we beat Lucas Matisse.
I'm
Hold on.
saying, right? But that period of time between Lucas Matisse and getting it from getting it from what your boy Keith Thurman. Oh, that really is your boy too. That's funny.
That's my guy, man. That's my
Yeah.
guy.
So yeah, Keith Thurman. Yeah, that was quite a bit of time, and he hasn't really done it. Like, let's see who we got. Let's go backwards. Keith Thurman. Then before that was AB, and before that was that Matisse. Am I forgetting
Jeff
somebody?
Horn.
Jeff Horn.
Jeff Horn was after Matisse. Was before Matisse,
Yeah, that's true. That was.
right? So Matisse and then Horn.
No, before Horn, wasn't it? It was Horn, then Matisse.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Horn, Matisse, Broner.
Jesse Vargas before
Jesse
the
Vargas.
Jeff
There we
Horn.
go. Jesse Vargas. There we go.
Yeah, but see, the
No,
problem
Jesse
is his
Vargas.
best
What was
days.
Jesse Vargas fight? Jesse Vargas was a Broner guy. Jesse
Yeah, but
Vargas
when you
fought
remember
Pacquiao.
Manny
He didn't
Pacquiao's
fight
name,
Pacquiao.
yeah, but when you hear Manny Pacquiao's name, you don't just remember that. You remember
No,
the
but
days of the Eric Morales. You remember
right.
the
So
days
that's
of
what I'm saying. If
Barrera.
he was to say right, so if you were to say he's the greatest boxer of his own generation, now you got Floyd in there, right? So. Yeah, Sugar Ray Robinson. Like, if you're gonna go all the way to Sugar Ray Robinson, now you're just
Yeah, but
tripping. Like, I don't
who's
know.
ever been
It's
an
just a
8-weight
weird
world
comment. Like,
champion,
it's just
bro? How many
altogether.
people have ever been an 8-weight world champion, bro?
Well, I
8
mean, nobody has, like, including Manny
Exactly.
Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao is not an 8-weight champion either. Like,
So what is he then?
I mean,
Okay, it's only okay. It's
really,
only
I mean, I guess you can go 7. You can go 7, but but whatever. Like,
He's
people,
accomplished. He's such an accomplished fighter that
he is
nobody's
an
really
accomplished fighter. He
accomplished.
definitely is. He definitely is. But
Very
like,
accomplished fighter. And you
Are you-
remember the names that he's beat are all Hall of Famers. So many of them.
yeah,
Yeah, what you say, Punch?
I definitely. But the problem is, I also remember all the Hall of Famers Floyd beat too, including Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, there's a big. Of course, Floyd, you got to put him right up there, bro. You can't take Floyd away from none of that
Yeah,
conversation.
14,250 each. How many of those you got? They try to get 10 of them. How many did you just got between 2 and 4?
yeah.
So how much is it?
14,250 US dollars. Greenbacks, Samoleons.
Bro.
To watch Manny Pacquiao pass the torch to Errol Spence.
Tell me who pays that in the UK?
Man, fuck that shit. That's a lot of money.
You
That's a
bought
lot of
half a
money.
Wembley. That's half a
No,
Wembley
that's a
right
lot of money,
there.
bro.
Nobody
In
pays that
America,
amount in
they're
the
fucking
UK,
crazy
man.
out there, bro.
Ah,
They
damn.
will
America's
never pay that
crazy.
amount,
They
Right.
though.
spend crazy
All the
money for
council
shit.
states got tickets now, right? 14 grand.
Yeah.
Shit,
40.
man.
I told you, didn't I, Punch?
Hold on. There's a 30 for two
For them
tickets.
suckers. For them joints right there. Stop playing with us.
38.
57K.
38.
38,000. That's what, 2 seats? Like, try to get 10 seats. I'm trying to see how deep the wormhole goes.
Yo, man. See, that's what I mean. Like, it looked packed when AJ is fighting.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that's what like. They count attendance. We count gross receipts. It's just a different thing. Like you guys are like it's great for the atmosphere and the crowd and all that stuff, and that's a cool metric. It's just not what we do. What we do is we look at how much money was generated, and then we go, oh yeah, that's what's up. You guys
But
look
to
at
be
how fun
fair,
the fight
though,
was.
to be fair though, Eddie Hearn has broke records with the 80,000 people in Wembley. He's broke some serious records out here as well, man. They've generated multi-millions, especially Eddie Hearn. You know what, Punch? Eddie Hearn is one of the people which is the face of boxing too. So take it or leave it, bro. Eddie Hearn brings a lot to the sport.
But I said that in CBV. I said the promoters.
Yep.
The promoters.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
nobody
mentioned
gave him
Eddie.
a
You gave
chance.
Eddie his shine. Who's bigger than Eddie? Who's bigger than Eddie at Matchroom? Maybe AJ.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. He's the
No, but
only.
how's AJ bigger? AJ's career be over. Eddie Hearn still be going. Eddie
Yeah,
Hearn's
it's
still
almost
gonna be going, bro.
it's almost if
Eddie
you
Hearn's
talk
got a $1 billion contract. What are you talking
Don
about with the
Don
zone?
Don,
Eddie
Don
Hearn's
King.
bigger than AJ. What are you talking about, bro?
Nah, he's not
Eddie Hearn
recognized
with the
more.
Shit.
contract he's got with the zone, with the
Oh, wait a minute.
exclusive
Hold up.
lucrative
Let
contract he's got
AJ
with the
leave
zone.
Matchroom and let's
Once
see
he
what happens.
finishes with Matchroom,
He's
Punch,
not recognized more than Eddie
I'll
Hearn.
recognize is one thing.
I
But
mean he's not recognized more than AJ Eddie Hearn.
Let AJ
Eddie
leave
Hearn's
Matchroom. See what
recognized a
happens.
lot.
Who's recognized more if they, on their prime?
Well, AJ
Don
is
King,
obviously
Don King, or Eddie Hearn.
AJ's a superstar. AJ's a
Come
star,
on,
innit?
man.
Eddie
That
Hearn's
ain't
just a
fair.
promoter.
Who's recognized more, Don King or Eddie Hearn?
Eddie Hearn might not even be in his prime, right? Actually, Eddie Hearn might still be developing as a promoter.
Man,
He might
Don King
still be
was a
green. Like
classic.
he might
Yeah.
still be a novice.
Don King put himself on the map when he was out there. He was a
I'm
classic.
saying that's Rumble in the Jungle, man. Like you can't. Come on, man. He ain't got nothing. Like Eddie still hasn't got Rumble in the Jungle. Forget like all the other stuff later. Like you ain't got like the thrill. Well, forget Rumble in the Jungle. He doesn't even have Thriller in Manila. He ain't got that yet.
And nobody has Sprinter apart
Yeah,
from
Don King does. He got and Rumble, and not only okay. So let's go beyond that. Okay, so how about we go with Michael Spinks
Tyson.
and Mike Tyson? Like I don't think Eddie Hearn has done that fight yet.
Shit, let me get this. Let me
Everybody, you know what it is, Punch. Everybody had their different time in boxing. You get me? And you know what? It's funny how Bob Arum is still so powerful today. Bob Arum is the one who's been, you know what I mean, in the game for years before we've been born. And
Is he
this
bigger?
man
Is he
still-
bigger than anybody in Top Rank right now?
Huh?
Is he bigger, more recognizable than anybody in Top Rank right now? Bob Arum.
I don't know, man. Tyson Fury more recognized.
Everybody knows Bob Arum, man. Like Tyson Fury know Bob Arum, and everybody know Tyson Fury knows some Bob Arum. Come on, man.
I think
Pac-
Bob Arum's recognized for boxing though, only boxing people, bro. Whereas these boxers, they get themselves into different platforms like WWE. They go into different, celebrities and shit. People don't recognize Bob Arum apart from the boxing world. People probably don't recognize Eddie Hearn more from the boxing foundation.
I don't think a lot of people.
From everywhere, bro.
I think with that thing with Tyson Fury, I don't think a lot of people follow Tyson Fury as people may even talk like people may describe. I don't think Tyson Fury
I think a lot of people knew about Don King because of the documentaries they made, because of all the slandering fighters did. And don't forget, they made all these, people around the world which wasn't into boxing, they started to know about Don King because of, like I said, all these things out there about Don King. There was, they made all kinds of documentaries about that man.
Hold on, let me get this. Yeah, Kane Pac is an A division world champ, A division champ, 5-time linear, only one to ever do either of those. May when it doesn't make him greater. Mora B Holyfield, stop it, Five.
Okay, so anyway, so please tell me which belt that Manny Pacquiao got at 140 pounds, Mr. 8 division champ.
Kane, answer that, Kane. Kane, answer that, Kane.
So look, my main thing is right, Punch. It depends on it what way you look at face-off boxing at the moment. You know, it depends on it how you. It's face-off boxing, like you said, which is recognized everywhere, and people know that this is the start of boxing, right? That's the face-off boxing, isn't it?
Yeah, and let me just another thing. Like, I understand that one fight doesn't make you greater than the fighter. The problem is Mayweather has more than just one fight. He also has all-time greats. As a matter of fact, a lot of the all-time greats that Manny Pacquiao has on his record, Mayweather has on his record first.
Yeah, yeah. Mayweather got May. You got to put Mayweather up there. I'm not saying nothing about that, bro. Mayweather still has an argument, regardless of what anyone says. But you know, at the end of the day, that was the era. That was the same era as Pacquiao is. So, is what it
Yeah,
is.
no, the issue isn't whether or not Manny Pacquiao is great. The issue is not whether or not Manny Pacquiao is an all-time great, because of course he's both of those things. Now you're talking about you haven't seen a talent like his since Sugar Ray Robinson. You are tripping. Like, first off, his talent wasn't even as good as Pernell Whitaker. And you know what Pernell Whitaker did that Manny Pacquiao has never done? Become undisputed in a weight class. So what? Like, while you're counting up accolades, why don't you try to count that one up?
Hey, it depends anyway. Everybody's got their own way of viewing. You know, even if you could put professional writers together and you put a whole bunch of professionals together, how would you do? You know, come out with who's the greatest? It's very hard. Every era had their different types of fighters. Every fighter's achieve a different kind of legacy. Is an undisputed fighter the fighter that you got to definitely put up there with their accolades, or even a fighter who's gone into multiple weight divisions? There's so many ways to actually define the greatest. It don't just come from a one theory. You need a whole bunch of things that make you great. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, that conversation, you really got to define it and really got to put it together. What about the guys who actually took a layoff and came back and became greater? You know, what about people which like Muhammad Ali that, you know what I mean? He was
Well, you just now you're talking about the consensus greatest, right? Like, that's really the greatest of all times. Not the greatest of all time, the greatest of all times, plural. His time, the previous time, and every other time that you can think of. Muhammad Ali.
yeah.
Hold on, let me get this. France P. Floyd has a Barrera Morales trilogy? Question mark. No, he don't. No, he don't. Good looking out, France P. God bless. God bless. God bless. Epic C Magic says, why take away from one fighter to make the other? I know I don't like that either, man. I don't like that either, Magic. We do that a lot in boxing. Why take away from one fighter to make the other better? They all did great. Why? Why? Because he's Asian? I don't get the point. We bring in the race.
Oh yeah, no. So maybe Epoxy just missing the fact that there's some Manny fan out here padding Manny's accomplishments, and apparently it's only Manny and Sugar Ray Robinson. That, like, if you don't think that that's a legitimate boxing dispute to have, that now you need to bring the race card in it, that's just you.
Please, Smoke.
It's because he's a Christian.
Don't take away my accomplishment away from me, Smoke. Smoke, do not take away accomplishment from me, Smoke.
In the name of the Almighty, I got it. Listen,
I always have hate. God, what I always have haters in my life. I always have somebody taking away something away from me. God, why Smoke?
Manny is the man. Manny is one of the best guys to ever lace up a pair of boxing gloves, hands down. Now, if you gotta start saying the him and Sugar Ray Robinson, like, come on, guys, like, what are we doing?
Why, Lord, don't they want to give me this just due of being the greatest of all time? I am the great Manny Pacquiao. I am the one that's fighting Errol Spence. Floyd Mayweather's fighting
Punch.
YouTubers. Yo, rolling with the punches was good.
Yo,
What's going on? Punching channel, punching room, everybody, punching panel. Man, I've been sitting for like the last like 10 minutes, man, trying to think of a damn song to sing to get on this damn thing, man.
Let's go sing a tune. Sing a tune.
Man, I've been all right. So I've been trying to think of something. All right. I'm gonna mess around and try to sing El Mariachi, man. The shit, man. They played it at a couple Canelo songs, each couple of Canelo events. When I was there that last time, shit, first fucking fight I ever been to was Canelo's. They played this shit, man. That shit was hype, man. The whole crowd went wild. That shit was the shit.
Let's go sing it. Let's go.
Okay. Soy un hombre muy honrado que me gusta lo mejor. No me faltan las mujeres, ni el dinero, ni el amor. Jiniteando en mi caballo, por la sierra yo me voy. Las estrellas y las lunas, ellas me dicen de dónde voy. Ay, 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 mi amor. Y ay, mi morena de mi corazón.
Yeah! I'm talking about rolling with the punches. Rolling with the punches. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Can you get a song in Spanish without me cortisone in it? Like, is it possible?
Right. Nice.
Yo, let me get proxy, epoxy, magic. No race at all, sirs. I agree. It's all right, man. We just playing, sir. Magic. Good looking now. Also, Kane. Good looking out again, man. God bless you, Magic. God bless you, Kane. How would he be undisputed when he was moving weight classes so much? Also, he beat Ricky Hatton at 140 for the ring belt.
Hey, what's people saying? Kayshawn Davis on deck.
Okay, so the ring
May
belt.
is fighting. May is fighting Punch next.
Okay, so this is what we do for Manny Pacquiao. We give him a division championship because he got a ring title. Who would we do that for besides Manny Pacquiao? Why you need to pad Manny's belt? Like that's why you call them Pactards, because for some reason they need to have some different set of rules for Manny Pacquiao. When we talk about a division champ, we're talking about a guy who has one of the belts from the 4 sanctioning bodies. If you're modern day, and the 3 sanctioning bodies, if you're like 80s to like 2020, and then before the 80s is 2 sanctioning bodies. But if you have 0 of the sanctioning bodies belts, you're not generally called the champ.
Do y'all think that the fight with Margarito, that catch weight, was an official? Should be an official weight class. Title. What was the catch?
154. Weight? He fought at 152.
Yeah.
I mean, he's over the 147 limit, so.
Okay.
I mean, Manny did, like, I think, and wait a minute, you know what? I think both of them actually came in. Did Margarito come in over 147?
No.
Because I don't think Manny did. I think Manny only weighed like 146.
Margarito was a big dude.
He was a big dude, but he fought at 147 a lot.
Right. I know.
France P says, I wouldn't give Floyd his credit if he fought Manny a rematch. Trilogy has always been the way to prove who is the alpha. Smoke is a pack hater. Smoke, you's a pack hater.
Okay, I'm sorry. So all right. So since we're counting,
I told you he was a hater. I told Smoke was a hater. Thank you, France P. Thank you for that.
Great. We got last one.
That's funny. Now, right there, that's funny. All I'm saying is, if we're gonna do it for Pac, we need to find out all these other people who only had like the WBU belt or the EBU belt, and we don't need to start calling those people champs too.
Hey, you gonna sound like Leonard Ellaby.
Exactly. Or Hakeem Rahman, or Roy Jones Jr. I don't care. If you give me the McDonald's belt, I'm gonna go fight for it.
Leonard Ellaby's nose is fucked up, bro. When you showed us that picture, I never even knew his nose was like that. Show his nose, bro. The nosy motherfucker.
Hold on. Hold it down for me. I'll be right back.
My main thing is this, though, right now, yeah? I think even you rolling with the punches, it all depends, innit, where we put Manny Pacquiao, because Smoke's got a point. Mayweather also has achieved greatness, and Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao. Even though it was later on their career, he has got the win over Manny. You get what I'm saying? Now, at the end of the day, for me, it's hard to define about the old time fighters. But if we talk about the era, we still got Sugar Ray Leonard. We still got to remember Sugar Ray Leonard beat some great names. And how many weight class was he fighting? He fought about 4 or 5 weights, didn't he? Right? So Sugar Ray Leonard's name has to be mentioned, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then we can't even forget that the heavyweights of the past, and even with Lennox Lewis, with what he achieved as undisputed, we've got some great fighters, bro. It's hard to put Manny Pacquiao straight ahead of all these fighters. It won't be, you can't just do that. We've got many fighters out there who have achieved greatness. What do you think, rolling with punches?
Yeah, I mean, that's I appreciate the question. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. It really is. I mean, okay, like not thinking about it so much or trying to analyze everything like I tend to do, like I fucking overanalyze things. I think just like naturally and shit. If Manny beats Errol, considering everything he's done, 8 division world champ. You know what I mean? Although, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, man, I don't put too much stock into stuff like that because sometimes I'm like, okay, who did you win it against? Blah blah blah. But it's still a great accomplishment. So I'm not obviously, but like all the people he fought, man, you know what I mean? From the Morales, Barrera, everybody, man, every fucking De La Hoya, like man, who hasn't he fought? You know what I mean? It's
Miguel
crazy,
Cotto, Shane
right,
Mosley.
man? Everybody, man, Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, yeah. So if he was to beat Errol, I think that automatically has to put him in the damn box Rushmore, man. It has to
Right.
put him up there, like to me, not it's cool people don't got him, but to me, he's gonna jump up there, man. And he beats Errol, because that's crazy to beat Errol at 42. And Errol's like tearing. Think about this, Bud, who's also considered the best 147, doesn't want to fight Errol. Basically, they don't want to fight each other for whatever reasons, right? Because they know it's a threat to one another. He the best, who's considered the best, doesn't want to fight Errol Spence, but man, he chose to fight Errol Spence, man. That shit is crazy, man. You think about it in that perspective, that shit is nuts. Like, this dude's crazy. Like, why would he choose to fucking fight Errol Spence, man? That shit's nuts, man. So, I think that alone right there, man, dude's a fucking legend, man, for real. And if he was to actually pull it off, get the victory, oh yeah, I think he's gonna be in the same sentence as Muhammad Ali. And if he was to keep on fighting and keep winning, then he's gonna be, man. He'll be undoubtedly like mentioned as one of the greatest on people's lists, and I wouldn't hit on it. I'd be like, even over Ali, I wouldn't hit on it. I'd be like, damn, straight up.
I mean, to be fair, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna let Smoke answer that first. How much of an achievement do you think, right? Manny Pacquiao coming after a 2-year layoff, just like what Rolling with Punches says, that this is a massive achievement. Like, people didn't expect him to pick the boogeyman in Errol Spence. Errol Spence is not to be taken lightly. He's the much bigger man, and he can hurt you in there. I mean, is that a massive achievement, you think, Smoke? At this
Not
age,
really.
at 42?
Not really. No. It would be
Errol Spence.
Yeah, I do think beating Errol Spence is a big deal, but not necessarily because of the layoff, because Errol Spence hasn't been that
Errol
active.
Spence.
Hey, Roland, you're not listening to me.
Okay, got you.
It's not because Errol Spence is a good fighter. I'm just saying that I don't give him extra credit because of the layoff. I'm only speaking about the layoff because Errol Spence hasn't been that active either. He's only fought one time during the entire time Manny's been inactive.
Yeah.
So yes, I would give him credit for beating Errol Spence because of Errol Spence, but not because of the layoff. Like, the layoff is it's kind of a wash. They both have been inactive.
Cool. Yeah, for sure. But the credit will be, I think, but the credit has to be like fucking immense, though, man, to beat Errol Spence. So because a lot of people around the 147. Somebody, I forget who it was talking about earlier, talking about Canelo. The only person he even thinks about even going down to the lower classes for is Spence and shit, 160 now these days. So I'm saying, like, Spence is truly a special fighter. So if Mayweather beats him, I mean, if Pacquiao beats him, then I said, because I'm telling you, Pacquiao and fucking Manny are like so. But anyways, yeah. So if Pacquiao beats him, he's definitely, man, like, yeah, come on.
And so your Freudian slip just did it all. It's all about Floyd Mayweather. It makes the Floyd Mayweather.
No, actually, it wasn't. No, Manny and Mayweather are too close in my tongue.
That's my point.
That wasn't a Freudian slip, though. It really was. It was a tongue thing because I was talking about earlier today about Manny and Mayweather. So you see, Manny and Mayweather.
Yeah,
so that's why I thought that was. It
the point. All I'm saying is every
Floyd
time
ain't got nothing on Manny right now, baby. Come on now, don't get it twisted now.
okay, here's the issue. And I would tell you, every time Manny does something great, it makes the Floyd victory look even better, partially because of the excuses that came out of it from most of the boxing world, talking about how Manny was too old and past it. So now, if he was too old and past it back then, which was in 6 years ago, how is he all of a sudden now the best thing?
I think. See,
Not
I see
only
what you're
that,
saying.
not only, but one last thing. Not only that,
Yeah.
but Floyd is also older than Manny. So like the idea that like Floyd was aging out Manny that's not aging well.
No, I see what you're saying. You make great points, but at the same time, man, if anybody at this point tries to bring up Floyd and what happened in their fights and shit, you know what I'm saying, and try to make it relevant to what Manny's doing now, I think they're just foolish, man. And I think that I think it clearly points out that they might have like some type of bias or some type of love towards Mayweather, whatever it is. Not you can't hate on him or like that. But I'm just saying though, because you clearly cannot even associate Floyd with what Manny is doing right now. You cannot associate what Mayweather is doing with what Manny is doing right now. You know what I mean? You just can't, man. So I feel like if people who are doing that, they just got to be like a little biased, man. They have to be, man. Because I'm saying no one's doing what Floyd is doing. He's fighting Errol Spence at fucking 42. Errol Spence is considered to be pound for pound best in boxing, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on now.
He's just not gonna. The thing is, but I mean, do you think he's gonna win?
I actually do, man. I
Okay,
swear.
so
and I'm not being biased. I think it's gonna be close, but I think they'll pull it off.
It's all good. It's all good. Now the next question is: Are you going to bet that he wins? Are you just rooting for him?
If I had some money, I would. I really
would.
would.
But you put money on it.
I feel like
cool.
No, I swear, because I feel like the better odds are gonna go toward against Manny. So if I had some money, I would.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, I got it. So to me, like if Manny beat Errol, that would be great, right? But I think he's already accomplished that level of greatness. I don't think this really adds to his legacy. I mean, maybe it does. But you know, like if he didn't fight Errol Spence, he's still going to the Hall of Fame. He's still going to be ATG. He's still going to be all this stuff. You're not going to really do anything. But if he were to beat Errol and Bud. If he was
sick though. That's sick right there.
Undisputed, like maybe he can get that belt somehow. Like, I mean, it'd be kind of weird. Like if he could get Errol and Bud, then I think that would actually add to his legacy, his already impressive legacy.
Okay, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Hey, yeah, that's kind of logical. I see what you're saying though. You feel like Manny's done enough to where not just the Errol win will kind of put him over, which I kind of feel like it would though. I respectfully disagree because I feel like Errol's that good. That's why I say Errol to me is like. I'm struggling between putting him at 3 and putting Fury at 3. You know, as my behind Manny and Canelo. You know, so I love Errol. Errol's a piece. But I see what you're saying.
He just doesn't have he just doesn't have the accomplishments just yet. Like I think he's the number 1 seed, but he's the number 1 seed without proving that he's the number 1 seed. Really,
right? Like Bud, and I get it. But I feel the difference between Errol is he actually been fighting some comp. You know what I mean? Fucking Porter. You know what I mean? It's like he's actually been trying to Garcia. He's actually been even the Mikey. Mikey was very small, but Mikey's highly skilled, man. We can't doubt that. Mikey's so damn skilled and technical. So that was still a pretty good win, you know. And then so I feel like Errol's actually ever since the Mikey, he's been on the right track. I mean, Porter alone, man. Sean to me is that's man. He's always been one of my favorites, man. Not just being biased. So I made a fucking video a long time ago saying that I think that Sean has a better legacy over Bud right now, man. Straight up over a Bud right now. And I even broke it down. Like I took like a long time to try to like come up with some stats and all. But I swear, man, like everything, you know, from the amateurs to now to everything, you know, like Sean's an underrated motherfucker, and it's only because he has some losses. But all that means is he's been fighting everyone. I feel like at the end of the day, not to digress so much,
America
Sean,
has the gold, baby.
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, Sean's gonna be remembered over a lot of motherfuckers, man. Straight up, Sean's gonna remember over a lot of people, over a lot of boxers that we consider the best right now. I bet you Sean will be remembered over him to the true boxing head. Not to digress so much, but. Yeah, I love Sean. Yeah. But man, it's a hard one though, man. I see what you're saying, man. Let's get the smoke. I see what you're saying. It's a tough one.
I see what you're saying also. Like, I think that you're making a better argument for him being pound for pound if he wins versus it being like another feather. Like, I don't know. Just Errol he's still more promise. He has to accomplish more for him to get up there. Like Marquez is a Hall of Fame. Like he's got Hall of Fame wins on his career. Like Oscar De La Hoya, like after a Hall of Fame. You know, he's got huge names. And it's kind of like Errol Spence ain't that. Like Errol Spence is a beast and he's young and all that stuff, but he's not like it would be different if Errol was already undisputed or something like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, I see what you're saying though. Definitely see what you're saying.
So Keyshawn won. America has gold.
Yes.
Finally, we got gold in the in boxing. It took
That's
forever.
dope, man. Hell yeah, that's a big thing right there. Fuck yeah, everybody! I'm drinking a beer for that one. Salute, cheers, baby.
Yeah, Keyshawn. You know, shout out. You know,
shout out.
It was a hard fight too. We got a point taken away. Everything.
Yeah. Oh, for real? Damn, that's what's up. You tried it to my hip. It's like no. Hell yeah.
A lot of people think that Floyd lost to De La Hoya, and the other hand, Pac-Man beat the crap out of De La Hoya. So a lot of people may think that, but not anybody takes that serious. Like a lot of people think Manny beat Floyd, but nobody takes that serious.
Hey man, look, like honestly, man, like to tell you the truth, like you're gonna think I'm crazy as fuck. And I like look, man, I initially thought Floyd like dominated De La Hoya for some reason, right? But then I just recently and I didn't watch it on no bias shit either. I just watched to watch it, right? And I swear, man, I don't know because I'm a little older now or something, but I really believe De La Hoya won by like 2 rounds, man. No bullshit from that Floyd fight. I swear. And then, but in the Pacquiao one though, I swear I feel like Pacquiao won. I feel like it was a legitimate draw, or Pacquiao could have been given the edge by 1 round. And I feel, I'm telling you, man, like I even remember that shit, man. Like even in the corner, in like 3 rounds, man, in the corner, the fucking Pops was tripping out on Mayweather, and Mayweather was like, yeah, I get it. He's like, you ain't doing shit, motherfucker. Like, he was all in his shit, like for a reason. And it was like throughout the whole fight. I think it was like the 3rd, the 7th, and like the 11th, or it for like so. No, what one thing though is commentating though, man. Andre Ward was so fucking hypocritical and inconsistent in that commentary. That shit was horrendous, man. Like within the 5th round, I had Pacquiao winning like within the first 6 rounds, Pacquiao won to me in my eyes, man. Go look at it. I swear, at least 4. I gave him 5. At least 4. No, I'm telling you, straight up. No bullshit. No, watch. Within the first 6, Pacquiao won at least 4. No, check it out. And Ward had the nerve to say that Mayweather was dominating at that point, man. And I'm trying to tell you, just go look at it. And I think even the scorecards, even the unofficial scorecard, all that, even had it like towards Manny at that point. They didn't have Floyd taking over to like the later rounds.
No unofficial scorecard, none of that. Like nobody.
Okay. No, it don't matter.
Close. It wasn't. Okay, so let me just tell you what my experience was. I'll just tell you what my experience was, just real fast. I watched that fight in a bar in West Hollywood, and everybody was at this bar.
Strike number 1.
Right, everybody. No, sorry, it wasn't West Hollywood. It was the West Side. It was Busby's West, like not quite Venice, like in between Venice and Santa Monica, like on the West Side, not West Hollywood, but the West Side. But anyway, the point being, the thing was packed. Like everybody was there, and everybody not only was they there, but they were there to see Floyd lose specifically. Right. And I laughed my ass off, dude. Like I was counting every punch and all of those things, and just like the boy didn't come to fight. I literally had the best time watching that fight. I wasn't nervous. I didn't even think. I thought that Manny Pacquiao won 2 rounds, maybe out of the entire fight, and maybe you could give him the 3rd one. Like I had a great time watching that fight.
It was Andre Ward, man. That's probably why you were thinking that, though, man. I swear, because Andre Ward was being so. And think about it, though.
You couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear the comment. Plus, I watched the HBO feed. Like I watched the HBO feed. It was like Lampley talking a bunch of shit. Like that card was actually like boring. I think like Loma fought on that card too, and it was like really a boring fight. Anyway, they had the commentary, right. And also I think it was the Clippers. I was in LA, so the Clippers were playing the Spurs. I think it was Spurs. Like for the Western Conference final. Was it to go to the final?
Ooh, I love the Spurs days.
It was that year. It was like a Clippers versus Spurs thing. So like nobody could hear the commentary. The point, like everyone was screaming and all that shit. It was at a bar.
Okay, well then you must have loved Floyd and been very biased for him, because I swear, man.
Okay, listen.
Within the first 6 rounds,
Floyd in the ring,
within the first 6 rounds, he did not securely win 2 rounds.
You're not understanding. You're not understanding what I'm saying. Like if he didn't do that, then I would not have been enjoying myself laughing at everybody. Like I was literally like not worried about it at all. Like I've seen Floyd Castillo fight, right? So if you want to talk about a close fight, right? I thought that was a close fight. and I was worried about that particular thing. Like I still enjoyed the fight, but I was like, okay, who's gonna win this fight? I was not worried about that for Manny Pacquiao at all. Like not even
I know,
close.
but you can't get an accurate judgment from watching a fucking fight at a bar and shit.
I'm just telling you from my own anecdotal thing. I gave Manny Pacquiao 2 rounds.
Like shots
2 rounds.
Shots that you thought landed probably didn't even land because you probably couldn't even see it.
Right.
It's
Not
that.
It's not even that. It's because I don't just count landed punches when I'm scoring a fight.
Right, for sure. No, I feel in much respect though, but no, I swear though, man, Floyd lost that by at least 1 round. No, I the most 1 round, and it was a legitimate draw, but there's no way in hell Floyd dominated like people think to be. If you want to get Floyd that fight, go ahead.
Oh yeah, there's a way that he dominated, just like people said. You know how? It's because you can also use ring generalship and defense as scoring criteria.
Man, he didn't have no ring generalship. He was the one getting pushed up on the ropes, the one trying to elude and evade.
Trying to elude. No, he didn't try to elude. He eluded.
Yes, you're right.
He successfully eluded.
You
know what you call that? You know what
he
you call that?
He was eluding and evading. He wasn't engaging. You're
he
completely
engaged
correct.
too. He engaged too. It's just that there wasn't a lot of engagement. The reason why the reason why there's any engagement at all is because Floyd decided when the engagement was going to happen.
Floyd
That's
Floyd is like the runaway bride. He does not know how to engage. You know what I'm saying? Like it's over. Like right when he gets to the altar, he's running away.
It sounds like what you have is a preference in boxing style.
No,
I like guys that
joint
forward.
And that's not fun.
Hey, Punch, you missed a couple of super chats.
Hey, go ahead.
Yo, King had Pac had a bad shoulder. He got surgery right after the fight. He asked for a cortisone shot before, and it got denied. Excuses, facts. Kane, good looking out for the super chat. Good looking out. But that's Manny Pacquiao's paperwork. That was his camp. That was his camp that dropped the ball on that.
Wait. Is Kane did Kane perform the surgery? Or are we just parroting what Manny Pacquiao said after he lost?
When it comes to the shoulder, in my opinion, that was Manny Pacquiao's team that dropped the ball. They're the one that asked for the cortisone shot at 6 p.m. right after the cutting time when the event already started. That was Manny Pacquiao's team. That was Manny Pacquiao's team's fault.
Right.
See, the thing about Manny Pacquiao, like you have to understand that he has, and specifically Floyd too, like that thing where you have a guy who has rabid fans, but you also have another guy who has rabid haters, and you have these 2 fights. Then unless Floyd knocks Manny Pacquiao out like Marquez, of course they're all going to come up with all of these reasons why Manny really won. Or Manny got hosed or something like that.
But that's what I was saying earlier, that even, Manny Pacquiao, he got the loyal fan base. But also just like the Wilder fans, just like the Flomos and Pac Talks and Wildlife.
Yep.
And they a lot of these fighters got the same stuff. Like I said it earlier in the show. I was a Mike Tyson fan. I was one of those guys that said that Mike Tyson never lost. That if he didn't have an orgy in Tokyo, he would have never lost to Buster Douglas. If Customato never died, I don't think that meant that Mike Tyson would ever lose. I blame Holyfield for his headbutts. I blame I thought that the doctors drugged Mike Tyson and who took him them drowsy pills and stuff like that versus Lennox Lewis. I was that fan with Mike Tyson. I never think that anybody in the world could beat Mike. I was that guy.
Mike Tyson got hit with first off, he hit.
I thought he never raped that woman.
Like you might have a point. I'm not gonna go in and relitigate to people's thing, but it seems like if he had a an actual criminal defense attorney represent him, he probably could have beat that case. He had a tax attorney to represent him.
Yeah. Like if you look at if you go back to the interviews leading up to the fight, I'm talking about fight week. Look at what Manny Pacquiao in his interviews, right? He's 100%. He's in great shape. Trust me. I went through that lane. I wanted to check all these interviews and see where Manny Pacquiao was at, what he was saying, and nobody never mentioned anything about no shoulder, man.
Yeah, I mean, I never said that myself, man. I wouldn't. I can't give people excuses, man. Like boxers themselves would tell you that they're always somebody's always injured, right? They always say that, man. I believe it too. I swear, it's like going to work injured, man. Y'all, somebody, I mean, like a heavy lifting job where you lifting molds all day and shit. Like, oh yeah, like you're always injured. So I can imagine boxing and shit, any professional sport like that. So yeah, I never try to give them no excuse like that for them. But I mean, like not to like harp back on it, but I mean, like I generally like looked at it like objectively, and I feel Manny did win that fight. No, I'm not just like hating on Floyd and shit. Get the smoke, just let you know and shit. You know, like I ain't just being
No,
an irrational ass dude. You know, I really think Manny won that fight. Though, I swear. You know what I mean? I really do.
Listen, like I said, it's a preference thing. Like I understand that if you like a particular kind of style, that Floyd may not be your cup of tea. Not only that,
No, it's not even
like,
that. I feel like he was
not
landing.
only
Yeah, I
that,
feel like he was
if
landing
you
this shit, man.
and not
Look
only
at the
that, like
corner,
a
look
lot
at
of
the
people.
corner, everything. I'm talking about everything, man. Like even
Yeah.
the fact that the commentators were lying, it will tell you right there. Like the
Well, I
commentators
mean,
were lying,
you're
dog.
gone off the commentary. I don't even give a damn
Oh, I'm
about that.
saying the fact that they were lying would tell you something. I'm saying.
No,
Like
what I'm saying is I don't even know that is the case, right?
right.
I think that you're leaning on something that don't matter at all, right?
It
But
doesn't
beyond
matter.
that, I'm just saying that like a lot of boxing
Boxing,
fans
baby, matters.
still like heroes and villains. So if you still are like obsessed with heroes and villains, then yeah, Floyd's your guy. You can definitely turn that guy into a villain. Like he's outside of the ring. There's not much that you like. He's kind of reprehensible. Like a bunch of his stuff, he does a bunch of things that are indefensible, right? Like you can't, like who's gonna defend that shit anyway?
Right.
But we talk about boxers, right? But inside the
Yeah,
ring,
I see. I
when
honestly,
it
man,
comes to
I
like
look at Floyd's
boxing,
professional shit, dog.
yeah, like
Professional shit.
what I'm
I don't
saying
look at
is,
his fucking other shit, you know?
yeah,
Like I'm
yeah.
talking
So
about,
for me, but for me, for a guy that is actually, I like defense. I like guys who
I do
make
too.
you miss it, like who make you miss and make you pay. I love that. I absolutely love that.
So
So
you like
Floyd was
Ben
right up my tea. He was right.
like
He was my cup of tea.
you like
Like
Ben Whitaker? You like Ben Whitaker?
I like Pernell Whitaker. Ben Whitaker's all right, but
I
Ben,
like
like
Ben Whitaker.
he got like Ben actually. I liked him a lot until he started talking all that failure shit. Now I think he's just a prima donna in a head case. But in general, I think he's all right. Right,
Yeah.
like the dude can like punch through a wet paper bag, but beyond that, like the dude, like he has a well-deserved silver. The guy who beat him really beat him, and the guys that Whitaker beat, he really beat. So it's like it was a really, he deserved a silver. So the fact that he thought that was a failure is kind of weird. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Dude got something weird going on between his ears.
I said that. I think I told. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be like, oh, I feel like a failure. What about all the guys you beat? Like, what are you saying to them? Like, I just thought I was better than everybody. Like, I just came out king shit. I don't care who's out there in front of me. I'm just better than you. Like, what if you're not? And then,
Hey, yo, I'm back.
Clearly-
Can you guys hear me?
clearly, the Cuban guy was better
For
than
sure, rap star. Hey,
Yo,
can I
guys,
ask?
what are we talking about?
Ben Whitaker.
Manny, do y'all think Manny is cocky? I was seeing this shit not too long ago, man. I forget who had a fucking video about this stuff, and they were trying to say a bunch of people were. I guess now somebody made a video, and I guess now a bunch of people believe this shit. But I guess Manny Pacquiao was like seemed to be cocky now and arrogant and shit. Did you guys see that shit? Because I thought that shit was crazy. I thought people were trying to like it was like propaganda that they were trying to kind of bring up on Manny to make him look bad. They're saying that the fact that he doesn't get mad, that he doesn't snap out and belittle you, is why he's seen as cocky. I was like, what the fuck is going on now, man?
Okay, are we supposed to pretend like Manny don't have an ego? Like,
I said it earlier. I said it earlier. Manny Pacquiao, he's very humble, but to reach the level that he's reached, he has a massive ego too. He gotta have a massive ego. Yeah. But of course, the thing he doesn't, he's not boisterous.
That's my point, though. People were trying to say the fact that he doesn't like kind of disrespect, that he just like actually just stays quiet makes him cocky. That's not all right. Now people are.
I mean, he's not cocky. He's not cocky to. I don't think he's cocky. I think he got an ego though. He got a massive ego.
Right, there you go. Well, that's different. I see that.
Yeah, you got to reach that level, you gotta have that ego. I'm not saying it in a bad way. Right. Manny is humble, man, but he got an ego, bro.
I believe in that. Yeah, definitely. But no, they're saying like he's just cocky because he doesn't talk shit. They were like, that's pretty much what they're saying.
No, Manny talks a gang of shit. He just doesn't talk shit in front of the cameras. Manny talks his shit. Like
Yeah, but he don't disrespect no boxer though, man. Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
No, like it's a different thing. Like so,
That's a
the
beautiful
idea that you're
thing.
gonna be that you're gonna be this gregarious, outward like person, this demonstrative person. That's the American thing. But it's not even just the American thing. That's like the Black American thing. That's like if you want to stereotype it. Like so, Manny isn't that. It doesn't mean that Manny doesn't have like an ego like that. He just doesn't express his ego that way.
Man,
Let's go. My pay-per-view fight coming up. My pay-per-view fight this Saturday. The best lightweight fight of the year. Keyshawn Davis, Andy Cruz.
That's dope. Hell yeah.
Talk to me. What's happening, Punch? How was Keyshawn Davis's?
He won, and Andy Cruz just won right now. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So Saturday is the showdown.
So what is that for Saturday then?
Keyshawn Davis already, right?
That's for the
Keyshawn
gold.
Davis, yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Hell yeah.
That's for the gold, man.
America versus Cuba or some shit?
Yep.
Oh,
He already lost to him 3 times, man. But I think that
what?
Yeah. But I think that but they go at it. The last fight, I thought that Keyshawn Davis actually won.
Okay.
But they gave it to Andy Cruz. But this is gonna be a fight, man. This
That's
Saturday.
That's pissy. Hell yeah, that's pissy, man.
Did you see the Torres fight? I want Torres to turn pro. The guy out of Cali, he's super heavyweight.
Did he lose? Torres? Did he lose?
Nah, he beat the shit out that dude. He busted his nose, dropped him.
For
He
real?
beat
That's
the hell
what's
out that cat. Yeah.
Now let me ask y'all a question.
He's going to gold medal round.
I've been following.
nice.
I've been following as much as I can because most of these fights are in the middle of the night. Do you think that the USA is doing something special like in 1984?
No.
I haven't heard about anything, man. So how
y'all critique this USA team? Compare them to another USA team.
I think it's the best we've had in a long time, right? Because we're gonna it's one of the best. But I think like what are we looking at? We're looking at maybe 3 goals on the men's side, and one silver.
When's the last time we had a gold? Ward?
Okay.
Ward. I mean Clarissa Shields.
No. I mean Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, no, I mean, but you said gold.
Damn, Wilder won
You said
gold.
gold.
Yeah. When's the last time we had a gold? Yeah, Ward, right? And Clarissa Shields.
It'd be Ward and Clarissa Shields. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dope. I love goat, baby. I love Shield. All right, yeah. Okay. Can I say something about that? As far as the 84, so did they win many golds in the 84 squad?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just not just gold, but like then won championships. You had Hearns, you had Breland, you had
Pernell Whitaker,
you had Pernell, you had who was it? The heavyweight dude. He's escaping my mind. Not was it
the dude
not Witherspoon.
Isn't it the dude that trained? No.
Not Witherspoon. What's the dude's name? Hold up.
I feel like looking that shit up real quick if I can here. 84 Olympics.
Yeah, was it Vander? No, not 84. Vander was later. Vander was later. No, was it Vander later or earlier? He was later.
Gotta be later. Yeah. 88.
92, 88. There we go. 88. Yeah.
Yeah, 92. That was Oscar.
96. That's my boy. That's
88. 88 was
and Shane.
88 was Roy Jones. 88 was Roy Jones.
Oh, was nice.
Yeah, 88 was Roy Jones when he got robbed. 92 was Oscar De La Hoya. 96 was Floyd Mayweather. 2000 was Andre Ward, right? Because 04 was who's 04? That's that.
04, I think, was Ward.
Okay, all right.
Hey, I just looked it up, you guys. We got. I guess we had Tyrell Biggs at super heavyweight.
That's who it was, Biggs.
Yeah, Henry Tillman at heavyweight. Fucking Frank Tate at light middleweight. Mark Breland at welterweight. Jerry Page at light welterweight. Pernell Whitaker at lightweight. Medgar Taylor at featherweight. Steve McCrory at flyweight, and Paul Gonzalez at light flyweight. Oh, I see what you guys saying. They fucking took mad gold.
There's nowhere near that. Yeah, we ain't nowhere near that. We got O'Shea. Well, actually, she just took a loss. So we got Deegan, who took silver. I think we got a flyweight. that's in the running for gold, and then we got super heavyweight that's in the running for gold, and we got Keyshawn.
Nice. Okay.
But that's it.
Damn, I hope Keyshawn wins this, man. Come back in the show. Come back in the show, and then we get our exhibition.
That's dope, man. That's crazy.
That's why it's fun, yo. That's why when to be honest, that's why I always mention that 07, 08 class, because it's almost like I feel the same way I felt. Not really now, but when I was just getting like frustrated with boxing, and I said, man, I just want to watch the amateurs. And my boy was boxing in the amateurs. My home girl, Christina Cruz, she been fighting in the amateurs for a long time. She just now made her debut after fighting all these years.
That's
And then-
this, man.
So that's why I'm a Thurman and Andrade and Gary Russell Jr. and D. That's why those are my favorite fighters, because I just used to follow the 07, 08 class. Charles Hatley was one of my favorite fighters as well.
Hey, Punch, let me ask you this. Do you know any amateur which was really great and you can remember on top of your head that didn't do really well in professionals?
Say it again. Somebody was.
You know any amateurs which were great in amateurs, but they didn't do great in professionals, like we saw with Josh Kelly, right? You saw Josh Kelly was one of the best ever amateurs in Europe, but when it comes to professionals, his style don't seem to be helping him. You know any amateurs were great in amateurs, but they didn't make it in professionals, or they didn't do that good?
I think there's a lot, but
Yeah, that a lot on that '88 team we're just talking about. Like,
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, it's amateurs, man. That's why.
Tillman and dude, like,
Let me see. I tell you the truth though, I never thought that Bud was gonna be in the top of his game like this.
Okay.
Like,
you know who I thought was gonna. I thought he was gonna have a faster rise from the amateurs was Little B-Hop, Chris Colbert.
Yeah.
It's taken him a while since the amateurs. Like, I thought he was going to explode onto the scene. Instead, it's been like caught in a slow burn, really.
But because we was actually spoiled by him. Remember, he had that HBO special, right? When he was little, when he was young, he had that documentary with him. So we knew about B-Hop, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that he was gonna be, And I mean, he didn't get. I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves. Really.
Yeah, but I mean, how old is that video? Like, how old is that documentary? That's just mad old now.
That's mad old.
That's what I'm saying. It's been. Yeah, I thought my man is gonna explode, because even then, like, even having the name Little B-Hop, he just had a lot of buzz around him. So I thought.
Yeah. Who remembers Audley Harrison? Who remembers a guy who was a gold medalist for the Olympics for England? Audley Harrison, a heavyweight.
Everybody talks about him when it comes to Wilder leaving the United States and going to the UK to fight. They mentioned Audley Harrison.
Yeah,
that's when they bring up Audley Harrison.
Towards his retirement.
That's his claim to fame.
Yeah, I mean, Audley Harrison was one of the greatest amateurs, but Punch, he could never do it in the professionals. Every time he stepped up, he couldn't do it, bro.
David Price.
Now let me ask you this, Rap Star. I did ask you this, Rap Star, but now let me see. There's more people on the panel, right? I asked you, is Anthony Joshua a top heavyweight, really a top heavyweight, or Anthony Joshua is really a domestic fighter?
Well, Anthony Joshua, you can't say that. He's still a world fighter. He's been beating people like Klitschko. He beat people. He's beaten all the people like Joseph Parker. He's beaten world champions. So at the end of the day, you can't just say, "Oh, is he a domestic fighter?" He's fighting world champions, right? And he's also fighting people which are in the sanctioning bodies in the top 3, top 5. So at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua is not. He's past domestic level. He's world level, but it's just how good is he? Now, at the end of the day, I feel like I've always told you that Tyson Fury is the better fighter out of all 3 of them.
Well, he came to America and beat the guy in America, but when Anthony Joshua left to come to America, he got stopped.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. But
that's bad luck.
That's what's made him even more, if you ask me, a lot of people are more interested in Anthony Joshua because of his vulnerabilities as well.
Hey, man, that's a great point. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The loss.
And people are excited to see what he brings, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, there's controversy with Anthony Joshua, for sure. But but he is the biggest name out of the heavyweights for sure.
I don't know, man. Maybe I don't even know how you'd measure it. I don't even know why. Like that seemed to be what AJ's marketing has been since he came to the thing. Like Eddie Hearn has been steadily trying to feed us this line about how popular AJ is. Um, but I think he's still an elite boxer. I think he's like, if he's not the best, he still has an argument. Like you got to go beat AJ to really say you're the best heavyweight.
Is the Dark Destroyer, if Nigel Benn, was he a domestic fighter or was he a world beater?
Ooh, well, Nigel Benn left his part of the town. Like he did that McClellan fight here. Like he came, he didn't do the Chris Eubank and just stay on the porch like barking, right? He came in, he beat the man, G-Man. Like
Okay.
whatever you say about that fight, like Gerald McClellan was the man.
Okay. Because I'm hearing that I'm listening to people and people like to. I don't know if they trying to downplay fighters from the UK just to call them domestic fighter. Because in America, I never heard that. I never like people say, "Oh, the domestic fighter from America." You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
Yeah, good point, Punch.
it's really because of so Matchroom didn't like under Barry, those guys never really left the UK. So you just had like it took Calzaghe. I mean, I know it's not the same thing. Like Calzaghe, it took him a long time before he finally left to fight B Hop, like a past at B Hop. So those guys, they were building up their own reputations, but not leaving, like Chris Eubank, right? And that's just where it came from. It's the
Nigel
WBO.
Benn did
The
though.
road to
Nigel
making
Benn
the
came to
WBO a
America
legitimate sanctioning
multiple
body
times.
was a bunch of UK fighters.
No,
But
but punch.
Nigel
Some
Ben
UK
left, but
fighters
when but
have.
but 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 more people have picked Eubank as better than Nigel Ben.
Yeah, but let me just say this, punch. Some of those fighters who got
Because he beat
experience
him.
in America, that was, it obviously helped their legacy, right? Because they went overseas. But not many American fighters have come overseas either. Most American fighters, we were just talking about Pacquiao. Pacquiao comes to fucking America. He's from Philippines. To achieve greatness, he leaves his comfort zone. I mean, look, I love Mayweather. I'm still gonna argue about Mayweather being better or not. But Mayweather never left Vegas after a while. He didn't even leave anywhere, and he was the world champion. The only thing I got with Mayweather, he never left his comfort zone. He
Yeah,
never left as a world champion. I like a world champion to go different parts of the world to show that they can dominate in their fucking world. Now, for me, I just don't see many world champions have done that. The only people that we got to look at today who are doing that now, who's the people which have traveled abroad to achieve greatness? Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor came to America to achieve greatness, bro. So even the American fighters, they're not traveling abroad. Like let's say before the
Earl Spence,
pre-pandemic,
Earl Spence went
Errol
to
Spence.
yeah.
That's why I respect Errol Spence because he come to England to do it. What I'm saying is,
Boo Boo Andre went to Germany. You don't give him no credit.
who?
Boo Boo
Yeah.
Andre went to
Who the fuck
Germany
did
to
he
get his
fight?
time.
Now look at the
It
fighter,
doesn't
bro.
matter. He
Look
went
at
to
the fighter.
Germany.
Okay, yeah. Give him that respect. Give him that respect, right?
Yeah,
Ah,
really, here's really the thing. Like America, right? So first off, America, the number one superpower. All the other countries put a target on our back, and they love to hate because we are the number one. Like that's it. It's not even that they have anything personally against America. It's just that everybody goes, "Why you think you so cute?" Right? So there's that part of it. The other part of it is in boxing, America is still the mecca, and you got really two places. You got Madison Square Garden in New York, and you got Vegas. Like that's it for when it comes to the mecca of boxing in America. So if you're in Vegas and you're already at the pinnacle, where would you go to replicate that? It don't matter if you go to South Africa. South Africa is no mecca of boxing. Cool, Lennox Lewis went there and got knocked the fuck out. And I mean, it's cool to go travel around and make sure you're a global ambassador for the sport and all that. I can understand why somebody would value that, but for me, all that shit don't mean a jack shit to me. You got to if you can fight, you can fight. Period.
and Jamal Herring, he beat Carl Frampton outside of the state.
Yeah, like if you win in your hometown and lose in your hometown, it don't mean anything. Either you got to perform, regardless of where the fight happens. You got to make it happen. Like,
Who else left? Who else left? You got Uwe. He came over here, but he unified in Japan with Nonito Donaire.
I mean, you can go all over the place, but I mean, Buster Douglas won in Japan, right?
Yeah. That's the beauty of it, though, man. That was the beauty, man. It is a world sport, you know. Who else? Who else has gone? And come over here. I mean,
Hey, do you guys think
Chocolatito and Estada is not from America, and they fight here.
But a lot of people are. I mean, now you're just talking about people who transplant and do here. That's Manny Pacquiao or Lomachenko or El Chico. You know, like a bunch of people do that, or Luis Ortiz. Like everyone kind of comes here and shuts up shop because we have the best boxing in the world, and what I mean by that is we have the best trainers and the best sparring. That's why people come here.
When was the last time Tim Zhu fought over here?
I don't think he has. He only fought in Australia.
So he needed, yeah. I gotta see him. I want to see him fight. Maybe if Jamal Charlo needs to fight his mandatory, I would like to see a Brian Castano, but over here, it's still.
Oh damn, that's mean. Why are you gonna chop up to a young man like that? Let him live. I guess
hey, it's still.
get it, huh?
I hear they calling each other out.
Okay, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch him get his young ass tore up. Okay.
Hey, that's a good
punch. Hey, do you think Smoke? Do you think USA boxing made Canelo bigger than what he is, or do you think if he would have stayed strictly in Mexico and was fighting over there, he would have been his worldwide superstar? Or do you think?
I think that press
USA
conference.
boxing made him a little bigger.
I think that little press conference with Boo made him a little bigger with the English. I think.
Like Oscar.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oscar and Canelo. That's like a match made in boxing heaven. You got to come here to fight. You got to get that shine on you. You have to already have the built-in Latino community. You can't just
Canelo underestimated how much Oscar did for him, though, man. I think to this day, I think we forget Canelo's 30 years old and shit. So I feel like I mean, he's still young, man. I feel like he's not really truly appreciating what De La Hoya did for him, man. Like De La Hoya was a huge name, man. And then to be promoting him, De La Hoya already had a massive following and shit. You know what I mean?
I say that, but
what boxer has ever been bigger in Mexico? Like I don't even know who that would be.
I say that, but I think that the hate for De La Hoya, a lot of people just don't want to see it. Is this trend of hating De La Hoya? That's why I say the same thing you were saying, Roy. But I think that the hate of De La Hoya, you know, the fishnet and all of that, people can't get past the fishnet.
No, I know for sure.
Well, listen, I can tell you.
LT, jump on the fucking shit, man.
It's not just that. It's also the fan. Like the precursor to the Canelo fan of today was the Oscar De La Hoya fan, but also add women to it. Like Oscar's fan base was crazy. So like that whole thing was just like, yo, if you weren't there for it, then you can't really appreciate it.
I'm gonna tell you though. I'm gonna tell you who has a little bit of that too, and it is Javante Tank Davis. He's bringing the ladies out.
Man, I love Tank. Tank's my dude.
He is bringing the ladies out, man.
That's good, man. Shit, bring them out.
I like it.
The thing about Oscar though, like Oscar fought in a way that guys can appreciate. Like Ryan Garcia brings the ladies out too, but Ryan Garcia's style, if you're an actual boxing fan, you're like, this is fucking trash. Like, what am I looking at here? Right? So Oscar wasn't like that. Oscar would go into the fire, he'd throw combinate. Like Oscar was a guy that purists could love. And then also the ladies loved him too. So it was a different thing.
Sure.
Yeah. Oscar that had the style, the looks. Everything.
Right. Oh, right. Hey, man, I see documentaries there. That shit was a shit, man. You know, they have couples like the girl be going for Oscar, the dude be going for like the opponent. That shit was great. Man.
But it was also for Sugar Ray Leonard too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh yeah.
He had the smile. He had the smile.
Yeah. He was a little. with Duran and shit. Yeah, I remember that.
So now you're talking about the way that like so. It used to be that if you were a charismatic guy, then the promoters would just love you and eat all that stuff up, right?
Right.
They don't really have charisma. Like, who's a charismatic boxer now? Like, maybe Canelo.
I think the good talkers are Smoke. I guess
Fury.
Thurman, man. That's why I think Punch. You like Thurman so much, man. I think I think Thurman could be charismatic because of the way he talks, but I feel like sometimes he says some shit like but he's a
Nah,
boxer.
Don't play,
bro.
don't
You know
play,
what messed him up?
don't play Flo Mayweather as pretty boy too. A lot of girls
Oh
like
no,
the
no,
pretty
no.
boy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
hell
no,
yeah,
no,
man.
but
He's
they
the
liked
one.
it. But they liked his money though. Like they liked his style and his whole thing. But his pretty boy thing was
He
about.
switched it up.
It was
though.
about the fact that he wasn't getting touched in fights. That was his like. Not that he was like a good looking guy. The thing about Thurman is that ponytail. Like that killed him for the purist, right? Like he talked too much shit with a ponytail. Like that's not. You blew it. You
Ah.
blew it, dude.
Who
When
else?
they-
Who else?
He looked
Who
like
else?
he looked like a bad guy from Miami Vice. Like no
Who,
one.
who else? Who else? Girls like the Camacho.
Okay, yeah. He had true charisma for real.
He did have
Oh
two
yeah, it was
charisma.
over. It was over. Yep.
Fernando Vargas too. Not to like Oscar De
Oh
La
yeah,
Hoya,
Vargas was a little
but
player though. He
Vargas was
was.
yeah.
Yeah, the way he acted, the way he acted, like you can tell, he's a little smooth dude.
Are you talking about Camacho? Did you say Camacho?
Yeah,
Camacho.
Camacho had that
okay,
shit, man.
okay, so Camacho was
had
a
the hood
cokehead
rats.
before he was ever a boxer. Like that
The
dude
hood rat.
come to
He had the hood rats, man.
dude it. Like there's a different like Hector Camacho was a walking party. That was a different thing.
Yeah, that's why I really loved him though. Just for that, you said it. Just for that.
They like
That's
that
why the girls
machismo.
loved him, dog. Hell yeah, the girls loved that dude, dog. It was
I mean,
smooth.
He had his little Superman curl and all that shit. Like,
Right, for sure.
and
He
then
was a little
Edwin hit him with
sensitive
that
too.
left hook.
Way
That was
dancing
the end
shit.
of that shit.
He was a
That's
girl
it.
like he like a little stripper, dog.
That's what I was telling. That's what I was telling Kid Austin. In the interview I had with him, I said he does have the package to bring in the girls and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah. That's a big thing though. Like Ryan's ass. That's why Ryan's fucking so much loved and shit. Cause he's a little pretty boy, quote unquote.
But his mouth doesn't.
It's a big
But
thing.
he ain't smooth with it though. You feel me?
Nah, he's not though.
Ryan is
You're
not
right.
smooth,
Great point,
man.
guy. He's not. You know him.
Ryan
That's
is
the
not
thing.
smooth.
Like, yeah, and you know what? T.O. could have had it, and he's not smooth with it. Haney's not smooth. Wood's not smooth with it.
It's
None
like,
of
I
those
think
dudes.
you're
Like,
scared,
and they
dog.
were,
Young cats.
and the thing is, those are the guys that should be. Like Ryan,
Right.
like Ryan
Hell
brings them
yeah.
in, but Ryan,
Ooh.
no, like he doesn't appeal to the purists because he just has too many flaws. It's just not that good. He's got fast hands. He's got some pop to him, but there's just too many flaws.
And also, they not giving that imagination. You know, they always with their girl, their baby mama. They're not see with Tank right now. It's like he's single, so the girls, you know, it's remember with Usher when Usher finally said he's gonna get married. He lost a lot of fans.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Even in the
Yeah.
music industry, they said that was a bad move.
The girls feel
It's a real thing, though.
like
It's a real thing, though. Damn. Because I was kind of thinking, like, maybe, I ain't gonna lie, I used to think, like, well, if maybe they seen, like, a healthy-ass relationship in the spotlight, a pretty dude and shit with some badass chick, I would think, like, the girl would be like, oh, she tight and want to go get a good dude. I always thought it kind of might do good, man, and see a good couple and be an example of a good couple. But you're right, though, that, you know, once the single dude is probably more, like, like, more attractive because he's single type of shit. But
Hey, no, I think,
yeah,
we think. I mean, you got to think about it like that as the business of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Let's say with Bud Crawford. You know, does Bud Crawford is Bud Crawford a dude that you want him to advertise your drink?
Nah, Bud Crawford is like
Right,
that
right,
dude. He's almost a quintessential hood dude. Like he's almost stereotypically like that way. Like, like Bud seems like he could sell the hell out of some St. Ides, some Cricket Letter.
and look at, let's say for example, let's say like Errol Spence, right? Errol Spence, but we all know he got a girl, but he don't show off his girl. You know, to stay aside.
Maybe
you know?
he should though. I'm sure like that might make him more popular because there's way more relationships that there is single. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying though, like if you seen like a motherfucker like showing his girl, blah blah. I don't know. It could work good, but it can't. But
Terrence
then it
Crawford,
could work bad though. I can tell it could work bad too. Though.
Terrence Crawford's personality, his brand, is way better suited to PBC than Top Rank. Just straight up. Like
Terrence
if he was
Crawford
over
said-
there doing that same thing, he would be way bigger.
Okay, at Terrence. Okay, man, I think you might be right.
You know what I do? I'm for me. I don't like the hate that Tank gets because of people hate Ryan or with Floyd or Ellerby. He don't say nothing to be hated, really.
Yeah.
Like he's actually quiet.
Yeah, he's humble.
Yeah,
too,
but when
man.
he talks shit,
I
he
think
talks
he-
the kind of shit that makes you think that he didn't get in trouble when he was young, right? Like
Yeah, but I think
he
his
was the
shit is
kind of guy that
provoked.
like grandma protected and shit. Like, don't touch that little. Like the same thing with Floyd. Like they just seem like they're
Oh,
protected.
Tank had parents or grandmas. He was in
I'm
the
just saying,
foster
like
care
whoever it
system.
was, like when he was hanging out at
Money,
cousins, I
right?
bet his brother's gotten way more fucking trouble for the same shit.
Yeah,
I'm
like
saying, but Tank was in a
he
foster
got
care
in
system though.
he
That's a
got in
big thing though.
he got in trouble. But I'm saying that, but he's still a quiet. Like it's hard. It's hard if it wasn't for Floyd. You know, I don't know, but you could say, you know, if it wasn't for Floyd, would he be that famous or whatever? But
Yeah.
I think the hate that he gets, other than people want to see him fight these other fights, but I think it actually comes from people hating Floyd. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like he's braggadocious. Tank is actually exciting to watch.
Hell yeah. Sure. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, sure, but
What
he
do
also
you mean?
talked a gang of crap, and fighters wanted like that fight at 130 between him and Loma was actually something that they could have done for the fans. And the fact that that didn't happen, I think, left a sour taste even in Tank fans. Like it's kind
But
of
Tank
like,
is young though, man. See,
yeah, he was young. I understand he was young, but just the way that that whole thing went down,
yeah.
it's just weird. And then it's just like Floyd took over, and then Tank took a back seat to Floyd, and so now they're both the same thing. Like like he treats Tank like basically like Tank's his hoe, basically like.
But he's
He's a pimp and Tank's his hoe, and that's not, you're not gonna really get purists that's gonna appreciate and respect that kind of interaction in front of the camera too.
yeah.
Right. Sure.
But he does showcase his displeasure of Mayweather promotions in the past, just like when he went to the fight to see Jojo Diaz and Gary Russell Jr. He was in DC and he let it be known he wasn't happy with Mayweather promotions.
Yeah,
Right.
but okay, yeah, people talk a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
shit about
a good
Debo
point.
behind Debo's back. But when Debo come up the block, what happened? They tuck their chain and start getting his drink money together, right? The whole point of it
Hey,
is,
okay,
at
well,
a
that
certain point,
poses a
like
good
Tank has
question
got to
then.
show,
Hey,
that he is in control, and then his fan base will be
hey,
able
well,
to pump their
Smoke, I
chest
got
out
a
a little bit
question for
better.
you then. I got a question. I swear, if you probably asked it before, then so would Tank be better off without Mayweather than? I'm serious, like at the end of the day, would Tank be better off without Mayweather? Like, I'm saying, like, would he be better off?
No, no,
He
Like,
wouldn't be. Yeah, he
no,
wouldn't be. I think.
no,
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 okay,
no. He's too
Yeah, I
little.
think.
He's too little. Like if he's a 147 pounder, then yeah, maybe.
okay.
You know, if he can get
But
some of
it's
them glamour divisions and like, you know, make some noise off of his opponents, then maybe. But like in those little weight classes,
Like without
you
Mayweather,
need Floyd.
would he be better off? That's a good. That's
nah, but it's
crazy.
not. Oh, but it's not only Floyd. It was that around that time also when Tank was getting his fans, it was the relevancy of Floyd and Adrian Broner. Remember, it was Adrian Broner that
Yeah,
he was shit.
bro.
So his relevancy also helped out Tank Davis.
Yeah.
It was both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's an
that's a good
entire
point,
clique.
man.
That's what I'm saying.
Good
Like
shit,
their
man.
brand flows real well. It's just that Tank, like that urban community that they're speaking to, they value like you being the alpha, you being in control, and the dynamic between Floyd and Tank, I think
Hey,
is
speaking of urban community smoke,
Say
why
again?
why was Triple G beloved by so many Mexicans? I'm serious. Like, why was Triple G like when Triple G and Canelo were fighting? You know, because at that point, I think that's when I started actually like trying to like defend Canelo. I was like, all right, he showed me, you know, because like I said, the young gun always like he has to take some time and shit, right? So at that point, I remember like, okay, Canelo doing his thing, man. I got to, and he wanted to fight this monster ass Triple G and shit. This is crazy. I'm like he's not even filled out yet. Can we find this fucking dude who should be at 168? But I was like, but whatever. But then I remember being on YouTube and like, dog, everybody I would argue with was a fucking Mexican cat fucking talking about Triple G.
But you gotta remember also
Everyone, dog.
you gotta remember
Every
also
argument.
you gotta remember who's also helping
Almost
on
every
that
argument.
promotion. Abel Sanchez.
There you
Abel Sanchez was his
go.
mouthpiece.
My point.
So when he's talking about Mexican, when he's talking about Mexican style, Mexican this,
Oh, dog,
you know,
dog. There was mixtapes, literally mixtapes circulating through the local fucking towns of Triple G, dog. by motherfucking Love Cholo rapping about Triple G being a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And he
you
got a
know how
fan
much-
base. I was there in
You
Madison
know,
Square
hell, he
Garden
had a hardcore.
when it was
He had
Steve
a bunch of
Rose.
fucking cholos.
When it was
Yeah, he
when
had
it
a-
was Steve Rose and Triple G.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of Kazakhstan people I never seen in New York. I said, shit. This with now I finally found y'all. Yeah, he got a lot of fans. He got a lot of fans.
Hell yeah, man.
Triple G also, like I saw him fight
beast.
in Los Angeles at the Forum,
Yeah.
and
That's
there was
the
a
that's
lot
the
of.
urban shit. That's all I'm
Say
saying.
again.
No,
Yeah,
that was my point. Is that triple? You got me thinking about the urban shit. That's why I brought him up. My bad. I wasn't trying to digress. But
no.
my bad.
It's just that. It's just that he had the Sanchez. He fought in areas where there was a huge Hispanic community. That was just his thing. Like that's the marketing thing that they chose.
Yeah, man.
Right. Yeah,
But
for sure.
Yo, but guys, man, I'm about to shut it down, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man.
3
Good
hours
looking
taken.
out, man. Thanks for joining the panel, everybody on the
Yeah,
chat.
appreciate you, man.
Tomorrow, we'll chop it up, and also Saturday, man. I do believe that Luis Collazo, the old guys, are fighting, and the Olympics, man. Saturday, man. Keyshawn Davis versus Andy Cruz Gomez.
Cuban. I mean, I'm saying.
Man, hold up a second. Hold up. Let me get this straight. Like the proud American capitalist is going for the Cuban in this fight. How that makes sense?
Who? No, I'm going for Keyshawn, baby.
Okay. I thought you were saying somebody. Okay,
said
somebody
the capitalist.
lying on you. Somebody's lying on
Come
you.
on, man. Keyshawn's my boy, man.
You got to a capitalist.
I was like,
Now,
hold up. I
gotta
know it
have
don't
some
have MAGA
conversation.
on there, but I still see the red cap. Like, what's going on?
Nah, man. Keyshawn's my.
Cabrón.
Keyshawn's my guy, man. I've been
Hey,
following
Keyshawn,
and he
I
showed
love
love to the channel, my boy Keyshawn. And we got an exhibition fights if he beats him. If he get gold, man, that's the deal.
It was much fun, man. I appreciate you, Punch.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Smoke,
Yeah,
always fun. Always fun
you got
chopping
me
up
out
with you,
here
man.
karaoke and all
Chat
that
room.
All right, man.
By the way, like I jumped on here to actually give you big ups, like voice to voice, on that workout vid you had with the baby on there. Yeah, I saw you getting it in, man.
Thanks.
That's love right there. I love seeing that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yo, see y'all, man. God bless y'all.
Peace.